Good morning, strangers. Today we're back playing Arc Memory of Barbelo, and we have a number of friends with us. These friends are people we play games with. I mean, that's not the definition of friend, but that's a separate issue. We have Fried Jam in here, who's currently playing Gawain. Say hello.
Hello.
He said hello. That's a very, very skillful. We have Sidewinder, who's currently playing Silex.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
Confro, who is currently playing Flink.
I'm trying to sound cool. I don't know.
Yeah, you're trying to do that.
I heard your hair flip.
It's the ... that Squall does in Final Fantasy VIII. That's that exact noise. We have Summer Snow playing Peleus.
Hola.
That's how we do it. You drop that one bit. Good. Welcome in, everyone. I hope we're all doing well and doing fantastic. Now, last session, the party escaped Telgard City, where they were accused of murdering a prince or attempting to murder a prince. It's still not quite clear whether they actually supposedly murdered them or not. They fought the dancing general, who is the father of Barbara,
My uncle,
the uncle of Peleus, and the dance teacher of Gawain. And who elected to only call out Gawain for some reason when he had that option of people. I'm going to be honest, I didn't remember he was the father of Barbara at that point in time, which means he might be a bit of a dad, which explains probably why Barbara may have gone off on the airships.
Well, busy dancing.
The question is, would he have done the same thing if he had the knowledge that Barbara was piloting the ship in that moment?
Yeah,
fair, valid.
There's also the question that Gawain might be the only person willing to talk to him sensibly.
That's also true. Peleus would be a problem in that regard. Anyway, we had the party travel on from Telgard City, making a quick escape across the sea, which I haven't filled in because it wasn't interesting, where they fought a giant octopus that was a potential remnant of Dr. Kawai's horrifying experiments of fusing monstrous liquids and spiritual energies with real creatures, poisoning them and creating violent hybrids.
Glad that's over and we're never going to face that again.
Exactly. Made their way to Rakshapur, where they found out a whole bunch of useful information, but also kind of gave away a lot of information about themselves and increased their conspicuousness. Didn't manage to really hang around enough to get the chance to repair the ship's durability, which is okay, but obviously you don't want a dented ship when you're potentially going to get shot at. Their current plan, however, is to head toward Rascal, the military city, or heavily militarized city in the middle of the path to Kamenka. Their plan is to go by water and then perhaps travel through, over, or around the Broken Spine, depending on their available options. We begin as the scene moves into the party, traveling along the coast. There is some amount of shipping as they traverse along. The thought in perhaps the back of some of their minds of that skiff that they saw near Rakshapur that looked way too familiar, something similar to what they had seen in the Mahawahi Wastes a long time ago now. As the party is traveling down the coast, you are keeping a lookout. Generally, you're on a state of high alert, both due to the anxiety of potentially having an enemy military after you and trying to keep a low profile. But also my understanding was you were looking out for potential places that you could repair the vessel in relative quiet if you needed to. And as you're traveling down, I'm going to say, Silex, you're the one that notices this first. Along the coast, there is what looks like a village. Your initial glance is just like, oh yeah, that's another village like the many we've seen. You notice, however, that it has what looks like a full-on wet dock dug into the area that it would reside that would provide very good cover from anyone traveling overhead via airship just through the buildings around, but also that it doesn't look populated. You don't see anyone on the dock or around the place, which means that if you were looking for a space to actually take the time to repair your vessel, an old abandoned dock is probably quite a good place to start.
Yeah. It doesn't look like an old military outpost. It just looks like a small village with no one there.
Yeah, it seems like it might have been like pure guesswork, maybe a fishing village or something, and that's why they have the significant dock.
Well, I make sure to head up to the navigation room and point out the small alcove along the coastline. Do you guys think that we could pull up there? It looks secluded enough.
Do we have the time? Gawain, super anxious.
Yeah.
Well,
Flink is captain. Thoughts on the durability of the ship at this point?
yeah, maybe doing some impromptu repairs wouldn't be the worst decision.
Flink, you're eyeing that place and you're thinking you guys can probably take some like structural wood as well. So even if you don't take repairs, you can probably take some of the resources and repair on the journey.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I think we can take our time, stock up on some resources.
Surely there's no one waiting to ambush us in an abandoned village.
Surely not.
If that's what we're gonna do, then I'm gonna take a walk. When I come back, you guys let me know what you need from me to fix the ship.
And I will join Gawain in his walk.
Okay.
Okay.
So my understanding here is that most of the crew will be staying in the rather run-down dock, but nonetheless dock, while they analyze and examine the ship and the nearby area for immediate resources. Gawain and Peleus will be searching the village itself to see if there's anything worth finding there. Does that sound correct?
I'm looking for safety reasons. Like this is definitely. Is it actually safe to be here? Is anyone following us? And then also a question from Gawain's perspective of like maybe consider asking around about like passage, like about the local geography.
And I'm attempting to prove to Gawain that I can't get in trouble at every single stop.
Yeah, like we're to, we'll ask people who also have boats. Like about.
As said from the outlooking view, there didn't appear to be any people in the dock, which seems quite unlikely.
Oh, I thought you meant like so. There's not even like boat slips being used or anything. Like
exactly,
I just assumed it was like one large dock not being used because they don't have
to be
big
clear,
boat.
They have one large dock, which is important, like that kind of rare to see out here. But it otherwise appears to be like you do not see any people.
Well,
that's one of the reasons why it might be appealing to acquire resources there, because those resources will be free.
That's fine. We'll just like I said, safety, security.
Yeah, for certain.
And curiosity about the geography, but I might not learn anything. That's fine.
You pull into this locale, and as you move in, it is quite clear that this location has been abandoned for some time. The buildings are dilapidated in the way of a location simply not receiving maintenance through harsh weather. Given you're on the coast, there's a lot of harsh weather. As you navigate into the slip and start working out exactly what you want to do, Peleus, you feel a slight spiritual disquiet. Not entirely unusual for a space like this. It indicates to you that there's some kind of spiritual energy here.
Guys, I feel presence of sorts. I don't know I'm doing this information with you right now, but I'm just letting you know. Heads up.
A presence?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I trust you. Do you mean like a spirit?
Maybe. We'll have a look around and we'll see.
Be careful.
You are the worst arcanist ever.
I am not the worst arcanist ever. I have a father that did not train me in any of this particular stuffs. I am the most untrained arcanist
both
ever.
of those things can be true.
I've gone out of my way and actually explored the world based on the fact of some random genetic lottery.
Anyway, let's make sure it's safe. I don't want to get ambushed while fixing a boat today.
All right. This is not going well for me looking good.
Flink, we'll start with you because you're closest to the ship. Your immediate investigation of the area and the dock itself, there's actually some things that would be useful in regards to tooling here for the ship.
Oh.
There is, for example, a small capstan operated crane. It's primitive and slow, but it would help you moving heavy cargo objects, or even if you really needed to, lifting parts of the ship to process repairs.
So we can really go all out.
There do also seem to be some basic materials here that you can make use of if you want to start enacting repairs. It would be a lot of effort, though, if you wanted to repair them now, as opposed to trying to repair in process. But this is a pretty good compromise of decisions in order to repair here. It would take some time, maybe a day or two, per segment. But that's a lot faster than if you were trying to repair it on the go with the same resources, which would be like multiple days per section.
I don't know if I can stress out Wayne any more than he already is, though.
That's fair.
For some reason, it feels like somebody is following us. I don't know. Not like we have done anything wrong.
Yeah, why would he be worried about that?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not like the entire city you were in last was literally taking notes on the fact that you were a Telguard ship and talking about how the military was looking for a Telguard warship or anything. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and only 3 of us escaped from imprisonment, basically, and we destroyed only 1 cannon. Not that bad.
Who wasn't in prison?
You weren't. No, Peleus, you weren't imprisoned. I guess I'll take Silex and Silas and do some heavy lifting. Like, they do the heavy lifting. I assume Silas has some manpower, and I'm watching them.
I mean, you haven't hired any manpower.
Self-appointed supervisor, I see.
Like, don't get me, the engineer Silas, more than willing to lift heavy things. He's no Silex. He hasn't got like serious muscles on him, but he's got that pragmatic approach to lifting things of enough rope and pulleys, and it will move whether it wants to or not.
Okay, if he's got that approach, I should probably support him because I feel like I can learn something from him.
Okay. You take the educational path of watching an engineer simply give you completely arbitrary instructions on where to tie ropes that seem to make no sense to you. And then he has Silex pull one rope and then like a 500 kilo main stem just moves as he wills it.
The idea would be to learn from this experience and maybe put that into practice into some ninja contraptions.
Well,
sure, it will come in handy.
Well, you're trying to learn the ancient art of tying things up and moving them. Gawain, Peleus, you're exploring the village proper.
Are we seeing anybody in the village whatsoever?
You are surprised at the kind of lack of any kind of real movement whatsoever.
Huh.
You're not finding animals here, even. Like, you would expect in an abandoned location like this, shelter and potential food and grain and whatever, you'd be expecting to find rats and animals that have taken advantage of the supplies and shelter and birds and such. And there's just a very lifeless state of being here.
Yeah.
As you walk through the locale, you note that a large amount of stuff seems to have just been abandoned in situ. Projects stopped in the middle of something happening. For example, there is a wood log on a cutting block just sat there with an axe nearby, as if someone was in the middle of chopping wood and then just left.
Yeah, something happened here that was not great, and no one ever came back.
Do they have a bank?
Okay, I like where your head's at, Peleus, but hear me out. What if the reason no one ever came back is a reason that we should not stay here?
I'm fully in support of the fact that we should leave, but perhaps we should leave with his pockets slightly more full than when we came.
There is a building that looks decidedly more wealthy than all of the other buildings put together. It looks like the kind of building where, you know, perhaps a local noble would reside and store all their valuable stuff.
Great. The worst thing that happens is we get to find out what happened.
All right. Hey, Peleus, before we do this,
Okay.
I'm with you. All right. I'm let's do it. But can we get like, remember that time you did like the little spirit compass trick? Can we do that again?
Okay. I'm going to flex out my jazz hands, my spirit fingers, and I'm going to attempt to commune with a spirit.
You attempt to commune with a spirit here, and what happens is you feel like a kind of proto connection to a spirit. As if you are trying to link to something that isn't quite on your same wavelength.
Right.
Or perhaps even isn't even like complex enough to fully communicate. It could be, therefore, that maybe a spirit is here or was about to form, or it's a very small and weak spirit, or perhaps the abandonment of the village has caused the spirit here to kind of devolve in strength.
So the spirit here is either a baby or it's dying.
So if we're in danger, it's not from a spirit.
If we're in danger, it's definitely not from a spirit.
All right, let's go check out your stupid.
Unless a dying spirit will cause some sort of natural disaster. But I suspect that a spirit dying would mostly be because of the population moving.
It's cool. If anything bad happens, we have the flare gun.
Yeah.
By which you mean I can shoot magic out. You know, I have a gun, so we're good.
Yeah.
I have a gun and I know magic.
Let's just be sure that we can run away quicker than that we get ourselves into trouble.
Okay, so your plan is to ransack the wealthy house, yes?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Excellent.
We're loot goblining. I came out here to do a security check and somehow was dragged into loot goblin behavior.
So most of the expensive house does seem to be secured and boarded up, something like with some intention, as if either the person intended to come back or they were protecting themselves from an external threat, say, for example, an unruly mob of citizens or something. There is one particular entry point that seems to have is the obvious entry point. There is a room on the lower floor that hoarding has come away and fallen off. That would be the easiest way to gain access to the interior of the building. Otherwise, you could search around the entirety of the building and try to find a specific, like another entry point into it.
Well, I'll follow you in there, Gawain.
Okay. Sure. I guess I'm in charge now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're just gonna go in. I don't know what your goal is here.
My goal is to, one, either find if there's any survivors, since people seem to have barricaded themselves in. Maybe they've survived. Or two, rob the fuck out of them. I mean, disperse them from their goods.
We'll walk through the house and we'll see if there's anything particular that has a particularly interesting value to weight ratio.
Yeah.
Okay, so you manage to slide yourselves into this room, and as you do so, Peleus, you start feeling hungry. You want to eat something.
Yeah. I smell some sort of snackage is going to be available here. I wonder where the kitchen is. Or the dining room.
I'm so concerned.
As you kind of like look around this room, you realize that for the most part, this is very clearly, it's not wealthy by Peleus's standards, sure. But Gawain, it's definitely wealthy by your standards. It's the kind of place where all the furniture is hand carved and all of the, like the sofa, for example, has, it's stuffed with feathers and so on and so forth, rather than just being a wooden bench.
Okay.
There is even a clock on the wall, which by itself is complex mechanical device that probably worth a few zenith by itself and fairly easily transportable.
I'm gonna go look at the clock.
Okay.
Okay.
It is about 2 handspans wide. It has a wooden trim and the mechanical mechanism in it has long since stopped. It does look like you could probably just slide it right off the wall, though.
All right, fine. I'll bite. I will take the clock off the wall. Nice.
Excellent.
Love that for us.
Pelias, while Gawain is stealing this clock, are you investigating anything in particular?
I didn't say I was
I
stealing
am
the clock.
investigating the cupboards and the drawers to find the biscuits.
Nice.
I want to try and wind the clock.
Oh, you're trying to wind? Okay. Well, so you don't have a key for the clock, obviously, but being an ingenious person, you do have a number of tools about your person that could make for an impromptu key. I assume you scavenge about your person and start winding the clock then?
Yeah, I got my little toolkit for maintenance, gun maintenance at a minimum. There's going to be lots of fun.
So you take one of like the small
things.
screwdrivers or something that would normally be used for that. It's not quite a perfect fit, but you can start winding the mechanism. You hear a gentle click, click, click as it starts winding. You're fairly certain it's working because the hands, you hear like an off-key motion at first, as if it's starting up after a long time, where it starts to tick, then stops, and then starts again, and makes a few more kind of attempts before it gets into the metronomic rhythm of going tick, tock, tick, tock. It seems to be working. Pelias, you are searching the cupboards and whatnot and scrounging through here. Most of what you find are the uninteresting accoutrement of the wealthy objects of utility and function. It's quite dusty overall. You do find a small metal box which looks like it may have contained biscuits at one point. And you start just feeling like ravenously hungry, like just really intensely like you want to just devour something.
Let's get into this tin. This better not be a sewing kit.
As you break open this tin, you realize that it is in fact not you who is feeling this ravenous hunger, but the spiritual energies around you as manifesting, coalescing behind you and around you as you are distracted are tattered spiritual remnants, and they want to kill you.
Nice.
Going, can you help me get this biscuit tin open? He's busy looking at his clock. I'm busy looking at this tin.
Okay. Well, Gawain, I'm assuming the first thing you do when you see this is launch a flare, right?
Yeah.
Silex, Flink, you see a flare launch from the village.
I like to imagine that Pelias doesn't see any of this until the flare goes up.
And then I'm like...
Turns around, what the fuck? Oh, God. Gawain matter-of-factly loading his gun after.
Okay, we're going to start combat here on our first round. Silex and Flink, what is your plan to get here?
Running.
Okay, cool.
Very quickly.
Silex and Flink see this and they're just like instantly drop what they're doing and just start sprinting. Silas, on the other hand, seems to be focusing on the vessel and making it so that rather than having to deal with unstrapping various stuff, the vessel can just leave if it needs to.
We love that from Silas.
He is not a combat person. He understands his competency in his place. All right, so we're going to begin the combat. The other party members will probably join us in the next round of combat, but the first round of combat starts with Gawain and Pelias alone against these four remnants.
I'm going to go with Barrage and the Archmazer.
That is not physical damage.
That it should be electric. Oh, they're vulnerable to bolt damage?
They are not vulnerable to the bolt damage. That's the issue.
Oh, damn. Wish it had been physical.
So that does 23 damage. All right. So that is Gawain's turn. Gawain, you will be assaulted by the exhausted remnant, who will attempt to devour you.
Oh, I love that sound.
Also,
I like the animation.
I will apply damage because I don't believe you have any resistances to dark
Yeah, I mean, I can also click the button. Yeah, sick.
And then I will heal it by 10. Also, we'll create a 6-segment sublimation clock.
Sublimation. Oh, great.
Oh,
What does that mean?
Peleus,
They're
it's your
gonna
action.
combine. Peleus,
Oh.
we need to kill them quickly.
I think I should summon something.
I think Nanto is your answer, right? Because Nanto is the best AoE, and we can layer our AoE on top of each other.
Nanto, I summon thee.
Now, I believe that your plan is to literally just, like, dismiss at the end of your turn, right?
Well, she can multi-bonk, right? Also,
So
with Nanto.
the turn order issue is summoning is an action unless Peleus
Unless
uses
you quick summon.
which means that you can't dismiss the same turn.
It would make more sense to dismiss at the end of this turn then.
All right, sick. Do it.
Okay.
Show me what you've
Kaboom.
got. We're hoping that 43 damage is a lot here.
should at least put him in crisis.
And they are all shaken,
Not stirred.
but not stirred.
Not yet.
You could probably stir them at some point if you tried.
Yeah. I could.
They
stir
look very stirrable.
them.
They do look very stirrable. So now we have the rest of their actions.
This is scary.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting them, you guys, to go into the clearly concerning, dangerous place alone. But hey, you know,
Peleus wants money.
unhinged
Yeah.
remnant will attempt to devour
Well, you know,
Peleus.
Peleus is playing a rich person perfectly. They have a disease of more, and they'll never have enough money. I get it.
I thought I was showing off and being sensible in front of Gawain.
This is actually character development because normally players would not care for money at all because they always thought they have enough money. But now they realize they do not, so they want more money.
They
Yeah.
realize
So
that
proud.
it's their mom's money.
Yeah, I require personal money. I'm discovering that mother's money does not equal me money.
Dwayne,
Awesome. What's up? They keep
You're
hitting
being
me.
eaten.
Damn.
it's rude. It's mean. Deals 15 damage, healing itself for 10. New round of combat, which means, hey, how does Silex and Flink enter the scene? They see that there is fire and lightning erupting from one of the rooms of this grandiose house. What do they do to
I'm
enter the
assuming
scene?
there is a door between us and them.
There's windows, but they went in through the window. There was no door that they went into.
Window
Okay.
sounds good. I'm jumping through the window. Ideally, window that is not broken yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart.
I
Cool,
will
cool.
go through the already open window.
Cool. Okay, so Silex will enter the scene like a rational human being, possibly coming in by the window through near Gawain, right? And then
Please
Flink,
sucker punch the crap out of that ghost for me.
Flink will just come in like yeeting through the window and then barrel roll into the middle of the room, landing on his feet in the middle.
And then he's going to say his catchphrase. I don't know what that is, but
That's a good question. I'm here now.
oh, Watashi ga kita, I see.
Okay, party actions. I feel like Flink maybe should be taking the first action, but they don't have to.
Yes, I think Flink should. But also, I do have a question before we get rolling. Since I start the fight in Crisis, does that mean Obsidian Earthblood is on? Or is that only if
Yeah,
I'm
it's on.
put into Crisis?
No,
Okay.
if you're in Crisis, it's on. If
Toggled
Crisis,
on.
Obsidian Earthblood.
All right. I think we don't need any shenanigans. Let's just try this. I thought we established there are no ghosts. So here we go. Single target, two-handed, Defufuda.
The Calm Remnant,
Calm remnant, yeah.
it's light damage. It is vulnerable to light damage. You do double damage. It is looking severely messed up. The Calm Remnant is now going to attempt to eat Flink. Oh my god, these guys are just
God, it's real
refusing
pain.
to fail.
It's a lot of damage. A lot of attack, notably. My
Ah.
goodness.
Darkness can't actually hurt me.
Calm Remnant gains 10 HP. Play actions. Gawain, Peleus, Silex.
All right, I think first of all, I'm going to encourage a couple of us.
You can use repetition to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to use my repetition.
Also, don't feel the need to heal me. Heal you three.
Silex actually wants to be damaged just at this very moment in time.
I have plenty of health still. Crisis for me is 40.
Well, I can only heal 2, so I'm healing myself and
Gawain.
If you recover 30 hit points, what stats are you increasing?
That's so much.
That heal is so huge, man.
Yeah, I want willpower. We'll give
I
Gawain
want
Dex.
Yeah. Okay, the pessimistic remnant will see the largest, fleshiest target in the room and attempt to eat it. Silex.
Ow!
How the hell? Sure.
Really hungry.
They're hungry. They're hungry. It's ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong, they have good hit, but like they've hit every attack so far.
Yeah.
This never happens.
Gawain, Silex, actions.
I'd like to hit that guy.
Can I go? Because I have barrage. So
go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hit more people before they go, potentially.
Just want to be really clear, you are aware of the sublimation clock, and thus you are also aware of the kind of rising tension and frenzy as they continue to hit and devour.
Yeah. I'm hoping this does something for us. Also, I fixed barrage for you.
Nice. Okay, Crisis, not dead. That one should be dead.
That one's dead.
Okay, good.
As it perishes, it kind of almost dissolves as if the spiritual energy binding it together just no longer exists.
You guys, it's just chain lightning. That's the best part. If I'm using this gun,
hell yeah,
I'm slamming chain lightning out of a gun and making it go chain an extra time through my sheer awesome sharpshooterness.
Hey, Gawain, as you are on this table, exhausted remnant gnaws at your feet.
Damn, dude, they can't miss.
No, I got this one. Intercept that one with my face. I can catch that one.
All right, so that does no hit. It's your action, Silex.
And you know what? I think it's actually appropriate that the one I catch is the one I hit. So let's target you. And you're going to catch a shield to the face.
That's a good amount of damage. Only did 30. You want to know why I only did 30? Because he's dead.
Because he's dead.
Because he's dead. The exhausted remnant just kind of fades like punching mist, almost unsatisfyingly just disapparating over your absolutely violently damaging like earthblood obsidian twin shields. The raw sharpness of the obsidian flake shredding it as it perishes.
The 18 mod is hilarious.
We have an unhinged remnant. Peleus.
Okay.
Unhinged Peleus, that works.
Unhinged Peleus. No, you're being eaten.
Oh, I'm being eaten. All right.
Yeah.
And I will also prevent that eating.
Thank you.
Good. So,
it's okay. I've arrived. I can see they got up to some nonsense.
A new round begins. Party actions.
I will go immediately and dunk on that one that I just blocked. Ooh.
That's a miss.
We missed that one. It's too noodly.
Unhinged remnant, knowing where the good food is going to try and devour Peleus. And miss! The first miss!
I have such low defense, and it still missed.
Party actions.
He got the same roll that I did.
I no longer have to barrage, so that's exciting.
Nice. Good hits.
Blap, blap.
If I was using the regular gun, I'd be doing double damage, but I'm not going to spend a turn swapping to that gun.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Swapping fields.
Pessimistic remnant, honestly, I think will also try and eat Peleus for the same reasons.
I got that good.
Yeah, exactly. You are delicious to these things. They're just so hungry. They see you and they can't stop themselves.
No,
that's a miss. Peleus flank actions.
Let's try to attack the unhinged one. Stop it.
Excellent. Stop it. Get some help. Your use of the death of Fuda burns it out of existence. The light.
Wow, that was overkill.
Scorching it out of reality. Peleus, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to bonk one out of sheer fear.
You bonked both of us.
Peleus.
Wrong target.
Peleus
was
in sheer
confused.
fear. in
Peleus turned
sheer
himself in
fear.
his confusion.
Somehow managed to hit both Peleus and Gawain. No, you do hit the thing with that, the remnant with that damage, doing 16 damage. It's taking damage. It is now in crisis.
I will go to refresh my protection.
Yeah,
I missed again.
Do the big damage, so I'm gonna let them do it.
Pessimistic
goodness.
remnant will not hit anything useful. This absolute brute of an entity has been blocking its attacks, and in rage, it will attempt to just chunk into whatever they can get of Silex. Obviously, he's covered in a lot of armor, so it might not be as effective as it wants it to be.
It was effective.
Honestly,
I didn't do
let's
that
go.
earlier, huh? Huh?
Like, he's just gonna die to Flink, but let's go. Flink's got the big damage here.
Ooh, does he still have HP?
He does.
It's just standing there menacingly.
Y'all gotta learn to aim.
That's a miss. That's a miss.
All
Don't know what
right.
to tell you.
We're rolling ones. Like, what are
Rest
we
of
supposed
the
to
party.
do?
Actions.
What are you supposed to do? Well, the key is to have a huge modifier so that it doesn't matter.
Oh, in that case, can I encourage?
Yeah, you feel free
I
to say
wish
that.
to encourage you and you, but not you.
Silex does only have 9 hit points. It's true.
And a 30 HP heal doesn't take me out of crisis.
It's perfect.
That's disgusting. That's
just live here now.
vile.
We just, I mean, to be fair, like, there's only a, 10 HP range where that's true.
But that's
Silex isn't
irrelevant.
I don't think, living at 8 HP is, a goal. All right, so I'm going to shoot this guy. Still not swapping guns because it's not worth it. But yeah, I guess this is all I've got left. I'm just going to keep shooting people. And by
Zappy.
people, I mean ghosts.
It still lives.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 guys who did effective damage to it missed, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we're still back at party actions, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I can go again.
Yeah, go again.
Nice. This time, with a dexterity up. Seal him!
You murder it. Using the
Pow,
death
right in
of
the
Fuda,
kisser.
you seal the dead, causing it to burn out of existence as light energies shred whatever its existence was. Combat ends.
Peleus, can you tell anything different? Has anything changed?
Yes. I no longer want to eat the biscuits.
Okay, that's very good, because I
One.
was worried about that a little bit.
1, you no longer want to eat the biscuits, but 2, right at the end of that fight. So when you came in here, you were like, oh, it feels kind of like a proto spirit. Right at the end of that fight, it felt like a whole spirit.
Well, would this spirit be worth talking to?
I could
Well,
try.
You've just burnt out of existence the things that were making it feel like a full spirit. Now the
Oh
fight
my
has
gosh.
ended.
Okay, so my question to Peleus then would be, could you still, is it still there, or did we just kill a spirit?
I have a suspicion of what I believe is going on is that all the people in the town were immediately sacrificed at once and attempted to be turned into a spirit. And that we just stopped that from happening. That's my suspicion.
What?
I could
That's
be completely
horrifying.
wrong.
Players!
Yeah, I could be very
For
wrong.
that to be the case, there'd have to be a mastermind, right? So I don't know. Is it safe to be here?
Probably not, given the way that they barraged the place. I'm assuming that the entire town turned on the noble house first before they got zapped out of existence.
Silex, as you kind of move out of your brain moves out of I must protect everyone here, you realize the shape of the things that you were fighting were very familiar.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember when you defeated
Wait.
Away.
No. It's not Kuei's little shriveled up form after we beat him up, right? No.
Because there's no way that Silex would forget this. Let me just show you what Koei's remnants look like.
No.
Now let me show you the thing that you just fought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a brainless version.
Silex, as far as you're concerned, it's like if a rat's a rat, it's a rat, right?
Yeah.
But is it Kuwei, or did Kuwei turn into one of these things?
Or was Kuwei always one of these things? And if these things had sublimated, would they have become something like him? They're related. Bottom line is Kuwei's fingerprints, if not on this, are similar enough that this is fishy.
Well,
his cold dead hands are definitely involved in here somewhere.
I guess I'm just suggesting that it might be a phenomenon that just occurred to both entities due to, like, I mean, Kuwei was siphoning spirit power, right?
Yeah.
So what happens when a spirit gets dispersed? Is that what happens?
I could ask one of my spirits, but I don't know if they'll actually be able to answer that.
I'm just saying, like all I'm saying is I don't want to jump to the conclusion of, like...
You mean like I've jumped to the conclusion of everybody in the town's been killed by some sort of mega weapon?
But, you know, like, I'm not convinced that, like, we need to be alarmed other than, you know, the fact that there's, like, spirits trying to kill us. Like, but that's like a regular state of alarm for us, not like a holy shit, Kuwei is back state of alarm. That's all.
To be fair, I'm finding the idea of Kuwei just being around to be less of a concern than if a mega weapon had just been suddenly invented that could destroy an entire town.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened here.
Good.
I genuinely think it's spirit related, but we might have to continue exploring town.
But if it is spirit related, is this spirit related stuff that we could come back to after rescuing the owl girl?
How do I put this? I obviously want to rescue her.
Yeah.
I broke you guys out of jail so that we could go rescue her. I have put my entire
nobody broke me out of jail.
Way of life on the line. Okay, you're right. I broke you out of the city that was holding you captive, even if you had gotten out of the jail.
That's it. You're a hero.
Yeah.
That's not my point. My point is I did something really, 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 really stupid in order to save her. And I understand that we have to stop and we have to repair the ship. But if we're going to stop and repair the ship, I'd at least like to solve this problem because sitting around sucks.
Agreed.
I have an idea, like theory, if you will. What if this is just a passing point in where Kuwei comes from? Maybe we're just following his tracks. Or maybe not his tracks, but somebody else's.
Well, based on your explorations here, you figure this place has been abandoned at least a year.
We know Minerva came out here on the same, like, sniffing the same trail, so it's not crazy that it would be Kuwei related.
I wasn't worried about Kuwei being back. I turned him to dust with my bare hands. But whatever his benefactor, spiritually or otherwise, was, could have originated here or is spreading its influence here. Anyway, what are we doing in this house?
Yeah, we're robbing it.
Were you guys looking for something?
Yeah, Peleus thought it would be smart if we...
There's money here?
It looks like a rich house.
Yeah, Peleus was pulling a flink.
Well, let me look around quickly.
I was trying to do something smartical by doing what Flink would do.
Okay, how about this? Peleus and Flink, go ahead and do whatever you guys need to do. Silex and I are gonna, like, actually
fix the ship and get out of here.
Well, we're gonna keep looking around. We'll make our way back to the ship.
All right, I'm going back in the cupboard.
Nice. Okay. So
I'm going through the
Silex
doorway, but
immediately jumps on towards the cupboard and starts climbing through the wall.
I'm gonna search through the cupboard. Silex smashes the cupboard.
Well, that's one way to search through it.
Yeah, no need to worry about locks this way. Like, just...
I opened it for you.
I'll be saying this. I hear that most women keep their jewelry in their bedroom, so I'm going to go upstairs.
Nice.
Neither of you would have any idea what the average woman does in the bedroom.
I happen to have a mother. I have seen her bedroom.
Queen's trash talk echoes throughout the house. Boys will be boys.
What's Gawain talking about? Is there anything different between me and girls?
Yes.
Right, anyway, let's roll. Let's piece out on these turbo virgins.
They wear more feathers. Unless you count the dance in general.
Okay, so.
He's definitely not a virgin.
That man...
Dancing general, for sure.
He has at least one child.
I guess that's also true, but, like, you know he pulls.
Yeah, he's got that old man charisma, right?
He's
like
literally peacocking.
Yeah,
he's married to a cat woman.
It's not for everyone, right? But for the people it's for, it's definitely for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Peleus and Flink, your general goal is, my understanding is, just loot the place.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just like if it looks valuable, it's going in your pockets.
Yep.
Flink, you do spy the clock that Gawain was messing with earlier. If you want to steal that, if Gawain hasn't already elected to take that.
Yep. If it's still lying around, I'm going to take that. Finders keepers.
You acquire a rather nice clock.
Look what I found.
Gawain and Silex, you search through the house, and it's somewhat strange compared to the rest of the locale. This seems like, I mean, from the outside, obviously it had the hoarding. From the inside, it seems like a deliberate decision to try and arrange this structure defensively was made. Some rooms are, to some extent, barricaded. Many are completely ignored. So whatever happened must have been done in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, Peleus is right about one thing, probably, which is that whatever happened here, people almost certainly turned on the powers that be, which were probably here. And that's the mark of their last stand against a desperate mob.
Based on the arrangements of stuff, that seems correct, but you don't
But there's no signs of conflict.
There's no signs of real conflict.
There's nothing, there's no signs of people anywhere here, but there's signs that they were here and that they left quickly. Whatever happened, happened suddenly. We've seen like tables with like, you know, that are left, you know, we've seen projects half done, like when we were walking around before we disturbed everything.
Yeah, there were absolutely like just random projects, half done, tools just placed out. This place has a whole bunch of like defensive arrangements, the very rapid defensive arrangements.
This place looks like a home, though. It wasn't like it's supposed
this is
to be
definitely
like a military place or
this
a research place. Okay,
but it has like home doubles as place of business vibes to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Whatever arrangements this place made, there was definitely some amount of separation of concerns. And at some point, there was a hasty defense erected here. But there is no indications of where those defenders were. I mean, there's not even like bloodstains or rotted wood from that.
I mean, I think I'd like to, you know, go upstairs or whatever. Like, I'd like to. Let's go see what they were doing.
Cool. So you run in on.
Link and Peleus will surely catch up to us after they're done looting the entire first and second floor.
No, I was going to say, as you go up to the second floor, you'll probably run into Flink and Peleus trying to raid the bedrooms for jewelry.
Yeah, I'm more curious about like offices or like secret attics.
This is so strange. I don't know enough about the political climate of where we are to know what this even could have been if it isn't strictly supernatural.
Well, it's definitely supernatural, and the people are definitely avoiding the area.
Well, do we even know if what they were setting up a defense against was the supernatural threat, or did that happen after, and that's why there was
we
no
don't
fighting?
know. That's true.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Because we've been hearing all these stories about the military expansion from...
If you will, I expect to find something further in this house that explains what they did that caused this thing.
I hope so. Any information going forward would be really helpful to have.
You search through as many of the belongings you can, Gwen and Silex. You're focusing specifically on any kind of information belongings. With the fact that it was put into rapid defense, you're really not finding... Like, you're not finding a smoking gun of a last journal of someone talking about, like, oh, they're attacking at the windows or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, by itself, is indicative that whatever defense that was put up here must have been done within the space of hours, not days. But as you read through what documents you can find, most of it is very boring clerical business nobility stuff. Things about people getting married, documentation of relationships, buying and selling stuff. It seems like it was
like a courthouse.
Small scale, but active in this space. And you do find a couple discussions, like a couple mentions of the Reform Council coming to power, and that being a politically questionable thing. a kind of uncertainty of what it actually means for this location, given how small and uninteresting they are.
Spooky.
And strikingly, before the kind of end of records, there's a distinct point where the records just stop. About approximately a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, you're not entirely familiar with the local timekeeping. There is a mention of the Reform Council sending an inspection for some reason. Supposedly routine.
Clearly not so. Things to file away, but I don't know if anything is pertinent right now.
They'll never be able to settle here again unless we solve this problem.
Well, if it was something to do with the political landscape, then that problem will solve itself eventually.
No, I mean, if this spirit now would prevent anyone from settling the area.
Yep.
Well, isn't it kind of our job to fix that?
Yep. That is exactly what it says on my credentials.
I would note, Peleus, that, as said before, the large amounts of, like, the proto-spiritual energy that you felt before has essentially dissipated at this juncture. Whether that means it will recoalesce or not, you're kind of unsure.
I'm hoping to find something. You know, like, that can't be the last gasp of some spirit. Otherwise, if it is, that's sad.
Can I spend a Fabula point to find something very shiny?
I was going to say, we're about to get onto what you guys have looted. It seems that the valuables seem more intact in this house than they were elsewhere when you were looking around, Peleus. Or at least the things that you consider valuable, you and Flink. Between the two of you, you do manage to loot, let's say, 400 zenith of just like assorted portable valuables.
Yeah.
You could probably loot more if you wanted to try and get all the furniture out, because that's quite nice. But
well,
no.
Hold up.
I'm a professional.
Captain Flink, might I suggest that our commissary would look great with the couch?
I mean, if you and Silex carry it out,
Silex could carry it by himself.
True. I want to add, of course, me and Peleas are going to split the money evenly, right? So 300 for me, 100 for Peleas.
I'm fine with having 100 because then I just won't spend as much in the next city.
Wow, that's too easy. Okay, everybody gets 100 and it's good.
Yay.
Not going to scam anybody today.
Yeah, it's cool. Right. Silex, you carry the couch, I'll carry this rug. It really pulls the room together.
Get 100.
All right.
All right, I'm just going to pick up some cushions.
I'm trying to rationalize this. I guess it would be a shame to just leave this here collecting dust.
Yeah, I'm just going to put some extra cushions on that sofa as you move it out.
I mean, if you just leave it here, it would eventually just rot.
Yeah.
In fact, to be fair, it seems it's getting close to the point where it would otherwise be unsalvageable if you weren't to take it out of here anyway.
Yep.
We're just doing a public service at this point.
I mean, look,
it's sense.
Either,
yeah, I get it.
Don't
the
waste
worst
it,
thing that will happen is that eventually we'll bump into a person and rescue them aboard our ship, and they'll go, "Hey, wasn't that my sofa?" And we'll go, maybe. I don't know. It could be. A lot of sofas look alike these days.
Hey, look, from my perspective, we're trying to fix the spirit problem here. We're rendering payment. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, payment for services rendered.
Also, Flick, remember to add that clock to your inventory. You don't have a value number on that right now.
I'm so terrified that this clock is like cursed.
That's a good thing you're not holding it.
I'm skeptical of everything. I'm too cynical now in life.
Okay, so the party will collectively, I imagine, return to the ship with their spoils in hand. We have Flink with clock, Silex with couch, Gawain with rug, and Peleus having looted a number of small coins along with Flink and distributed amongst the party. So, to my understanding, Flink, everyone has gained 100 zenith. Is that correct?
Yes, we split.
Excellent.
Wow.
Make sure you add that all to your sheets.
Yes.
Already done.
Yep.
I guess the couch and rug are just going to go on the ship sheet. Yeah. So I'll add that.
Couch, the rug, the pillows, the vase. Yep.
Well, it's like we may have had a place to sit, but now like we have a rich person place to sit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, It's
Yeah.
fancy. These are the types of things we want to be putting in our guest cabin.
We got some cutlery now as well, so.
you would steal the cutlery.
Yeah, it's silverware.
I mean,
My grandmother used to do that when we go to restaurants, like when her last throws and she was like, really crazy old lady, she would we'd find like silverware in her purse sometimes.
incredible.
I've had to sort of say, right, I vaguely remember my grandmother doing the same thing, but she'd be stealing it from her own house.
Oh, that's even sadder, but funnier at the same time.
It's like, oh, this is nice. I'll have that. And then just not realize that they already have that. Literally. It's like it's...
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes them happy and hurts no one, why not, right? The party will make their way back to the vessel with their various accoutrements in tow. Having looted the rich person's house as much as they can and having, at least for now, dealt with the spiritual issue. Whether this is something that will happen again in the future, you can't really know unless you were to spend some time doing an exhaustive investigation. And quite frankly, Peleus lacks the overall education to move forward in that regard anyway.
I am slowly reading my father's book. There's nothing of value in it so far.
I think you said you were going to ask the spirits for some information on those things, right?
Yes.
So, as is often the case, especially when so distant from their places of power, they can't directly communicate with you with just giving you direct and specific information. But you get the sense that in general, one, they don't really understand. They have no specific information. And that two, they find the idea of them devouring living beings for spiritual energy absolutely like abhorrent.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
A complete taboo and violation. As you try and describe that information as much as you can within your spiritual communion, the only kind of perception you get back is disgust.
Yeah. I'm more on board with the Dr. Carway sort of stuff now because he was doing a lot of unnatural stuff with spirits.
Like Nananto saw this, right?
Certainly Nanto had some brief interaction with it.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, well, remember in the Mahawahi Waste, we saw we were sort of like we were making guesses as to what was going on with Koei, like how he was doing what he was doing. This might be another thread to tug at. He seemed to be using technology to achieve something that someone in the past had achieved doing magic, or to achieve via magic. That is what I remember thinking when we were in the wastes. It could be the same thing, but he needed a technological crutch.
Well, yeah. To bring the physical and the spiritual together.
How could any one person do all of that? Like, it would make sense to supplement knowledge or power.
I'm just sort of like, why was he left as a brain at the end? And was he actually within his physical form at all? Or was he barely holding on to it and was part spirit there anyway?
Good questions. Okay, I guess I'll keep an eye out tonight while we finish repairing the ship. I mean, I'll sleep, but, I'm really concerned
and
about spending the night here.
Attempt to rest well. Can I rest well?
You can try. I was going to say, with regards to repairing the ship, my understanding the decision was made to loot resources and not focus on repairing ship durability so that you can repair durability on the journey using the resource you looted at a much slower rate.
Yeah, we would at least try to.
So there probably wouldn't be necessarily repairs happening overnight. Most people probably just be sleeping. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a great time for a break because may as well break early and break often. That's the more stuff you break, the better.
Yes.
As we move back to I do want to call it something other than fish, but I don't want it to overlap the names too much.
I did want to point out that the fishing village became fish, and that was very entertaining for me.
I would call it something else, but a small name fits. Anyway, we're going to be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to continue down the coast and see where we end up across the Broken Spine. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with more TTRPGs. Shockingly enough, we're playing a TTRPG. It's Fabula Ultima. The party are traveling on from the fishing village, which I've now named Fish because it's more aesthetically pleasing than having it overlap with Rakshapur. So, the party having just left Fish, the abandoned village, with many questions in mind. Can't imagine the just sheer amount of potential concerns that are involved with the information you've discovered there and a complete lack of answers. If only you'd let them sublimate, you probably would have answered some questions. Maybe
we'll
also
make sure to do that
died,
next
but
time.
that's not my problem. However, you are traveling down the coast, and it is otherwise uneventful as you traverse. Another day's travel gets you to about the crook of the broken spine where you'd have to start traveling south. Now, you did mention earlier that you had a decided intention to see if you could find some way to navigate the route. In fact, I believe, Summer Snow, you already spent a Fabula point on this just immediately before session even started for this purpose.
We have discovered an underground, is it an underground route, mine through?
There is, at least on this side, an entry into a large cave system. Not quite on the level of the water, though some of the exits are into the water. You would be traversing through the cave system with the airship in very close proximity to the walls of the mountain that you were under. However, Flink has heard rumors about this system, and it has been used by smugglers to get from one side of the broken spine to the other without being detected. However, there's dangers involved because it does involve flying very close to internal lines. So that's your decision point. It's more risky to take this path. There's the potential for damaging the ship on the route, but it would be almost undetectable unless someone was literally traveling down the same route you were.
Captain Flink, I think the upsides are apparent. If you think that the downsides are surmountable, we're in. Up to you.
I thought those were only rumors. We are going to take the smuggler tunnels.
Amazing. Flink didn't even
It was at that
consider
moment
the
that I sent
downsides.
Barbara up to the cockpit and started doing all of Barbara's work for her. So we had 2 pilots instead of 1.
Exactly. You know that it's probably going to take a day or two to get through the caves, during which time you will be effectively in pitch black, with the only light being the lights on the vessel and the lights of the arc coils on the vessel itself.
This would be the right moment to tell me if you are afraid of the dark.
I'm terrified.
Of the dark?
No, just in general.
We're going through a large tunnel sort of thing. I can't hide under any furniture because I can't see it properly.
If you hold Silex's hand, does that help?
I mean, I could try.
Or just come inside.
Silex is sitting on the deck enjoying the dark. This is like home.
All right, we will attempt to curl up with Silex then. I completely took what Gawain said the wrong way when he said, "Oh, just come inside."
I
feel like that's going a bit too far.
Also, not really a solution to your problem.
No.
I think Peleus has to actually try to find me on the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It just doesn't happen automatically.
So Silex is on the deck with his high-quality night vision and the gentle sense of the earth, making this comfortable environment. In fact, for you, Silex, you have a very intuitive sense of like how far away any given cave wall is. They're not with absolute precision. You wouldn't want to like have to actually pilot down here without lighting, for example. But you have a pretty good like comfortable feeling of space around you, much more space than you would have at home. But with your elemental background, there's just a comforting knowledge of where you're going for most of it. I imagine you're sitting quite close to the front, the bow of the vessel.
Yep.
specifically to warn in case the pilots don't detect something in time.
Exactly.
Elias, how are you getting to Silex?
And I am pedaling around like a Silent Hill nurse.
Incredible. What are you doing to get to Silex in this position?
Anything that I can, mostly walking.
Cool. Mostly walking.
Not sure where I'm walking, just feeling around.
There's a fair chance you'd have to scrabble along the floor for some sections because all the lighting that they have on the vessel is being used to light the cave where they can to avoid, crashing into it. So the deck itself is actually quite dark for the most part.
Yeah, I'd definitely have to do that.
Silex, you can see, or perceive, I should say, more than see, Peleus scrabbling along the mid-deck, looking for something.
I stand up. I walk over. Try and clear my throat a little bit so I don't scare Peleus. And say, "Oh, have you lost something? Can I help you?"
I was looking for you, and I was getting there slowly. I'm just gonna hug his leg.
I pick you up and I carry you to the front of the ship.
I imagine it's a princess carry as well.
Well, it has to be, yeah. I'm not going to hold you by the scruff of your neck with one hand.
That's what I imagined.
You could, though. That's within your powers to do so.
And I sit you down next to me at the front of the ship.
All right, I just try and cling on for dear life.
Are you scared of the dark?
I am not afraid of the dark as much as I am opposed to it in a very feral way. I grew up in a house full of lanterns and stuff and richness, and it was never cold and dark.
The darkness is like a big blanket. It just wraps you up and makes you feel all safe. The earth is so close.
Yeah.
It's protecting us from anyone who would want to hurt us.
It's more like an endless void.
I couldn't think of a happier place to be.
As you say the earth is so close, there's a slight scraping near the front of the vessel.
I just completely tense up.
I put a hand on your head and I'd start to pet, trying to soothe the nerves.
We'll allow ourselves to be pet.
So sweet.
I can fix this. I can make it wholesome.
You and Peleus are sat at the front of the vessel conversing about the nature of darkness, the comforting elements of being deep within the earth itself, the safety that makes Silex feel due to his background, the closeness I imagine you feel with Sheba, even in this place. It's far from her power, certainly, but it is the kind of place her power would exist. As the vessel navigates this area, Gawain, I'm imagining you're just doing all the runner work and it sucks. However, Silas would at one point hand you a small array of leather straps and mirrors and will say, so I think perhaps if you try this, it might help a bit during your work.
What?
They will.
What's your idea here?
They will go they'll be like, well, if you just put it on, you see the mirrors will concentrate the light of the ship through the prism.
You want me to put on that gimp outfit with mirrors attached to it?
He's going to look confused at you with the leather straps and be like, well, no, you see, it goes on your head.
Okay. Can I put it on Peleus' head?
They will go to start putting it on you unless you actively resist.
I just want to go take a nap on my new couch, but fine.
They will put this kind of array of mirrors and the occasional crystal and similar. And once it's on, you realize that it is basically the equivalent of a very awkward headlamp.
Right.
But it seems to be designed through an array of interesting prisms to focus the slight ambient light coming from the arc coils down to something where you have about kind of a hand span in front of your eyes, like widthwise. So like a couple degrees of your focal point of your eyes, which is, rather than being dark, is dark but with shapes, if that makes sense.
Great.
It is not as good a headlamp as an actual like headlamp, but also all of the things that would be able to make it into actual headlamps are currently being used to light the walls of the cavern where possible.
Right.
So Silas thinks it would be useful to you, it seems, and goes, hopefully this helps somewhat with your tasks.
This is very helpful.
I'm going to return to the fully lit engineering bay.
Have fun. I'm gonna give it to Peleus. Maybe this will make Peleus less afraid of the dark.
Peleus, you have donned upon you an array of leather straps, mirrors, and a few crystals.
Maybe we can get Silas to add a muzzle.
Hey! No!
That's because Peleus is a dog. Gosh, the rest of you are
Really? That's the only reason? Exactly, Louis Fox. Who'd like to be? Please, someone, be reasonable. Be reasonable. It would help for getting Peleus to not say terrible things.
The thing is, Gawain wants to see Peleus in a muzzle, but it's not like it's Gawain's fetish. It just greatly pleases him to know that Peleus can't speak.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that image out there. It's not like his fetish, right?
Ooh.
JK, unless. Nice, good, excellent. Flink, I imagine that you are in the con and are just absolutely buzzing with excitement as you fly through the smuggler tunnels.
I don't know how much excitement I am allowed to have. Like, I don't know how focused we need to be as a trio up there.
So, obviously, you have your two pilots in control of the vessel. They are working together as best they can in the dark. You are the captain, which means that you're not necessarily needed directly for the piloting, but you are required for managing all of the other stuff that the pilots really don't want to have to manage.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm paying attention more than anything.
Yes. That doesn't mean you don't have to be excited, but you do have to pay a lot of attention.
Yeah, I
and
guess I can
focused.
be excited.
Obviously, when you take breaks, you can just kind of anchor up quite easily without too much concern.
My only concern right now is if there is a ship coming from the other direction, might be tough to turn around.
That could be a distinct concern. Yes. You know, who has right of way? Generally, mass.
Generally, yeah. But we are better looking.
Absolutely. And obviously, going through these tunnels means that you realistically can't be making repairs while you're moving through these tunnels.
Yeah.
You don't have enough crew for that.
Yeah, we don't have time. We don't have the light.
You did make some headway from the village to here, but for now, probably going to be a bit. You'll probably be able to make an attempt at completing a segment of repair once you reach Rascal.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as you move through these twisting tunnels, time passes. You button down for a night, rest as you can. Time winds on. And the next day, you head out once again. Silex, I imagine, once again taking the front. Peleus probably there out of a sense of a need of comfort and also enjoying the pets.
Yes.
Peleus and Silex both notice before the pilots a very slight glow in the distance down the tunnel. Just ever so slightly perceptible. I imagine Silex is much more aware of it. There's clear glow of something barely illuminated.
Not sunlight. This is
not sunlight.
Obviously, I'm going to immediately stand and move towards the tower. I'm not under the impression that this is danger, but this is we need to make people aware that something is down here.
Yeah.
Understandable. Peleus, you sense a kind of comforting feeling.
I think it's okay. I think we should trust this. Maybe it's that darkness finally becoming uncomfortable for me.
So, Silex, I assume, informs the con, the tower, the party, and group in general is made aware that there is a slight glow continued down this tunnel. Any ideas what your guys' immediate response to that might be?
I would be asking a question. Is the light moving?
It does not appear to be. If you're approaching it, it's just getting closer.
Yeah, okay, then it's probably safe to approach and check what emits the light.
I'm very
Cool.
familiar with like rock formations that have luminescent properties. Does it look
Absolutely.
like rock?
Oh, that's a point. Your familiarity and backgrounds would suggest that it's still quite distant from you right now. That gentle glow would suggest that there is some kind of luminescent crystal there. Luminescent crystals are normally luminescent in some extent due to magical energy, mana in the area, spiritual energy, or similar.
Well, guys, I think it's a crystal. Does it look like it's barring our path, or is it just in the wall?
You're just seeing like a glow in the distance around some turns and stuff. So you don't really.
There's glow. I think it's a crystal.
Yes. Based on the assumption of the information you have available thus far, there's no apparent immediate hostility, it's not moving, and so on and so forth. Suggests might be some kind of magical crystal round the bend, as it were.
We're gonna get goodies.
Do you continue to approach in general?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Okay.
Bad time to be taking a nap on my new couch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone wake up, Dad.
But he's just chilling on the couch. Originally it was a bit dusty, needed a bit of sunlight as it came out, got, beaten out a little bit. It's finally gotten rid of that moldy smell, and you're like, this is it.
I'm working on my new commissary, I'm pulling the room together. I want it to be cozy in here. This is my ship. I own it, damn it.
The rug definitely needed a good beating before it got to, usability.
I beat off that rug.
Oh, Jesus.
I only say this stuff for Summer, right? I only do it for Summer.
I appreciate.
It's the beat off rug. It's it's the rug that you beat off on. Right. Anyway.
No, that's a different rug, and we only bring it out for special occasions.
I don't think we bring it out at all.
Anyway, you traverse. You traverse onwards towards this glow. As you round the curves it comes into a more complete view. This tunnel is gently illuminated by a number of blue and orange crystals located on the kind of like the right side of the cave. You're going to pass directly past this as you traverse if you continue on this route, but it does feel like it's probably the right route according to Flink to get to the other side the fastest. Because it's now illuminated some, you notice there seems to be scraps of wood or debris on the bottom area of this tunnel, and there is some kind of gap or entrance into something in location where the crystals are.
Like shipwreck wooden debris or smaller?
It's not an entire shipwreck. It could be parts of a damaged ship or an abandoned ship.
And this offshoot cave that goes deeper, is it like people-sized or ship-sized?
It's more people-sized than ship-sized.
So there is a secret tunnel in my secret tunnel?
Potentially there is a secret tunnel in a secret tunnel.
I mean, we gotta check out the secret tunnel. And we need to get Gawain on duty to fix this orange-blue crystal arrangement. Those colors don't mesh well together.
No, you'd have to steal only the blue crystals or the orange crystals.
Yeah, might be a lot of work though.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Peleus, again, you have that same decided feeling of comfort from that location.
Yeah, I have a huge feeling of comfort. I mean, there's time that's also involved, but comfort. I believe there is something comfortable over there.
Are any of the crystal formations close enough that I could lean off of the ship and touch one?
If you're going right up against the cave, certainly. Like to the locale where it's reside, you could.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're planning to investigate anyway. Yeah, you can reach out and touch one.
Yeah.
It appears to be a glowing crystal. To your sensibilities and your touch, you've seen things like this at Kumu
Hanua.
Hanua, yeah. So my understanding of glowing crystals and the way they form and where they form, I feel like latent magical energy coming out of this.
Yes, there is some amount of latent magical energy. It's nothing especially powerful. Certainly the ones that you've interacted with in Kumu Honua had a decidedly known energy to you, so it was very easy to comprehend and interact with. This just seems like a gentle, latent energy, slightly protective, perhaps.
I lean back over the rail and turn towards Peleus, wherever they currently are, and ask, "Do you think a spirit lives here?"
I think something lives here. And I think it's something that's not dangerous. If I could have the opportunity, if we had the availability with time, I might take some of these glowing crystals and explore a bit. But I also do not feel confident in my spelunking skills in the dark.
Well, I'll leave it up to Peleus if Peleus as the Arcanist wants to do a spirit or not. I'll just pay respect to the spiritual place and we can be on our way. But
does Flink have any input on this?
Oh, Flink would like to check out the secret tunnel.
Flink already wants to see the secret tunnel.
I'm going to order Barrett was his name, right?
Barrett, yes. Aaron Barrett.
Yeah.
And Barrett, yeah, to stop the ship. We're going to take a break here.
Aaron Barrett will give you a swift, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, let's take a minute. We're going to go on a small spelunking tour. Don't worry about us.
The vessel comes to a halt as Barbara pushes down an order to, I guess, Gawain at this juncture to anchor the vessel into the ship wall.
Oh, I have to get up off my couch and work? In the dark? In this economy? No problem.
As Gawain gets out onto the deck, suddenly it's all glowing, like not quite daylight, but you know that like around
like when you leave the movie theater.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was like, oh, this is a lot more light than I was expecting to be around here. What the hell happened? My ass has gotten used to it being dark.
Yeah, this mirror flashlight thing I've got around my head is probably not the best thing to be wearing here.
It is concentrating a lot of the energy in front of you.
Oh, you're glowing so much.
Everyone knows exactly where Peleus is looking.
You know what? I think we should keep this. This should be a feature. This is important.
Why are Silex's pecs lit up?
Oh no! I'm gonna check this up.
Guys, there's a secret tunnel.
So the party is going into the secret tunnel, I guess.
Follow Flink as best as I can.
I'll let Silex lead the way. He likes rocks.
I do.
Accessing...
These aren't just rocks, Flink.
Oh, right. They are magic rocks?
These are
minerals.
Crystals.
Minerals. Fancy. Can we take them?
Like, technically, but you'd probably have to break them.
Sounds like work. I will not take anything that I can't fit into my pockets.
In order to get down to this like secret tunnel, you effectively have to rope off the side of the vessel to get down to like the bottom side of the tunnel with the ship kind of hovering above you, and then slightly scramble up the kind of inside wall to get to this access point.
This isn't sketchy at all.
Yeah.
No problem for me.
We have rappelling ability. This is fine.
As you do kind of scramble up here, you notice that there is stonework here. Carved stonework specifically. It has been a long time since it's been repaired or maintained, and clearly there are crystalline structures and so on growing over it.
Do I recognize any of this stonework?
I think in this particular case, you would not recognize it, which by itself is kind of curious. From what little you can see, you do not recognize a particular style or cultural element to it. It's definitely been a long time, though, here. Like, at the very least, multiple generations that this has been sitting here. You couldn't say necessarily whether it'd be 100 years or 1,000 years or 5,000 years.
And no intended purpose around the construction, just that it's there.
It's there, and it seemed, well, I mean, it's seems to be supporting the structure that allows you to have this cave-like
Okay.
tunnel thing deeper into the wall.
Yeah.
It is large enough that multiple people could easily walk inside. You know, multiple people across, like maybe 4 or 5 people.
Is it tall enough to fit like a cart?
It could probably fit a cart, certainly. It is not a small entryway by person standards. It's not like you're trying to slip in a postern gate. It is definitely significant. It's just that it's not airship significant, right? It's like rowboat significant, right? You could get a rowboat down here without too much concern.
Why is this here?
In fact, Silex, with your just kind of general understanding of the place, as you kind of, examine around, this immediate area overall seems that it has to have been decidedly carved or unnaturally constructed at some point. Like just this. So it's not just the entryway that's got stonework in it, but there seems to be some deliberate manipulations or machinations here.
This wouldn't have been the smugglers. It couldn't have been. They would have no need to make this, and it's way older than whatever activities they've been up to. Fling, was there any mention of something like this in the tales of this place?
No, I've never heard of this. You think people lived here, potentially?
Almost had to have been. You don't make something this permanent just on a whim. This is a lot of tunneling through crystal, of all things.
I'm slightly concerned that this might be a tomb, since...
Oh, a tomb?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
There are incredibly rich people in the world that would make themselves tombs that would have slightly winding mazes. But you will find, if it is a tomb, there will be treasure in it. But if it is a spirit tomb, we cannot steal that treasure.
Oh, I mean, a spirit is a treasure in itself. That's what you should say.
It is what I should say, if it wants to come with me.
Oh. We're going to explore regardless.
Cool.
But if it's a general spirit, then we can knock it out and take its gold.
As you wander in here, as you're a good few steps into this locale, Gawain, you would notice a set of large kind of gouges or scrapes on one side of the entryway here. The way that the dirt and gentle layerings of the internals of a cave are scraped away suggests that it is significantly more recent. Whether that's recent as in days, months, or years, very difficult to tell, as the internal linings of quartz growth over a location are very slow. But it seems like something heavy or big may have come through here at some point.
I mean, that's not crazy. If other ships have come through here, surely some people have done so less than successfully. But maybe it could be a monster or something, too. Just pointing it out.
As you move further through this more person scale tunnel, you come into an area that decidedly opens up in a very clear, distinct space.
Is this the tomb?
I think it is.
So, you enter into this space, and Pelias, you feel that same kind of overall comforting sensation. There is the crystal glow around the place, and you notice streaming in from the top left here, there seems to be like an absolutely massive crystal structure kind of entombed, like a geode that has been cut open of these crystals, and that is streaming an orange light onto what seems to be a stone altar structure or similar in the center. And then placed kind of at the foot of that structure is what looks like an old shield.
A shield. I will attempt to commune with the spirits. In my community sense, I will say, "Oh, spirit, does thou live here? Is there anybody there?"
As you attempt to commune, you get a sensation that this place is not hostile to spirits, but there is no spirit here, if that makes sense.
Right. Guys, good news. Not a spirit. Also shields.
Not a spirit. So pillaging time?
Yeah.
Yeehaw! I'm going to look
okay.
around for treasure.
Well, I mean, the obvious and immediate treasure would be the shield placed at the stone.
Yeah, I'll let Silex look at that.
You could also try maybe investigating or reading what's on there. Peleus!
Reading first.
Cool. Peleus. So you immediately come back to the group, and then I guess, what are you doing? Like investigating, trying to look for stuff to loot?
Yes, but also attempting to sort of feel if I can understand that comfort anywhere.
So as you start looking around and investigating that, you get a decided sense of a predator.
Oh.
Gawain, you see movement behind Peleus.
I think I should just shoot it.
Okay,
No
excellent. Excellent. You just immediately start gunning that down this thing.
I mean, this is my job. It's your fault if you've decided, like...
Guys, I'm feeling predator vibes.
So, slinking out of the shadows is...
What?
That's not a predator.
Damn, dude, we playing Zoids now. Fuck yeah.
There is a moment of confusion that it has, as if it is awaking from slumber, and then recognizing what's here, and the immediacy of which that sensory confusion turns to sensory aggression. Gawain, you get to attack first as a free action.
All right. Click button.
Okay, so you immediately take a shot at it, and that shot hits. You deal 13 damage, as it is resistant to physical damage.
Good knowledge to have, baby. Well, you know, knowing that, what I would like to do...
We're about to start combat proper.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get that. I quick assessment.
Oh, excellent. Quick assessment.
Yeah.
So tell me what you want to know.
I would like to know about the creature's affinity towards, let's say, earth and wind.
It is neutral on both air and earth damage types.
Cool.
There you go.
I am going to use elemental weapon. Can I just go
just before
first?
you do that,
cool?
allow me to describe a
bad.
few things. Because you've used quick assessment, I'm going to give you additional information just in general as you're
thank you.
expending resources and skills. You realize that the armor that this thing is clad in, the color and materials and alloys, are very similar to an alloy you've seen before. Specifically, if you remember all the way back on, I believe it was Mero's Arc, where you were investigating the airships, I said that some of the ships there were clad in deep purple armor as they came from the far eastern continent. This seems to be a similar alloy.
Silex, do we remember anything about that alloy?
Just that it was on the ships.
Okay.
Ended up taking the crystal, right?
Yeah, I didn't know if you remembered anything mechanically important.
No, I don't think so.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Further,
thank you.
Information-wise, just in general, as you perceive this thing, Silex, you are very aware, based on the information you see, that at least some of that creature's technology looks very similar to the kind of thing that you've seen from Dr. Koei, as if they had a similar origin source. There is something in its movement that is predatory and living in a way that none of you have seen in like any kind of automaton at all, ever.
Even though it looks like 100% mechanical.
So this is not just a regular tomb guard.
Could it be, you know, like when the little cute guys were all corrupted and bad? Could it be that?
The kobolds.
Yeah. Could it be that?
I don't think so.
Based on your kind of understanding of what you perceived at that time, this does not seem similar to that, in that it doesn't seem like a living entity that was corrupted.
Gotcha. I was thinking like that's how you get to predatory, like stalking, animalistic. I'm like, what if that's what it was?
And my instinct is that it's like a animal spirit, like stuffed into an automaton.
All right, let me ask you guys the important question before we get this show started. You want I should put this down, boss? Or you want me to do anything else?
Kill it.
Destroy it.
I don't think it's going to leave us much choice
I'm
either
gonna put
way.
this dog down.
Also, actually, given the presentation that you presented, Silex, you are aware of the absolutely horrifying stuff that Koei tried to do with fusing living beings with spirits and then using them as resources. Because if you remember the thing that powered his submarine.
Yeah. The giant ooze monster that we saw like the human husk fall out of.
Right.
Exactly. Okay, but anyway, enough lore. You've got to deal with this thing as it is clearly intending to try and murder you guys. Party actions.
Going shot first, going shoot first again.
All right, cool. I think I'm going to go for bolt instead of one of the two that I said earlier. And then I'm going to blam. There we go. A 9 is awful, though.
A 9 is not enough to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a Fabula point. I'm going to reroll.
Okay.
Whatever. I'll take this. At least it's not a 9.
At least it's not a 9. Fair, valid.
That one was hard-coded.
So here we get to some fun stuff. So it is currently in negative polarity. You didn't hit it, but you still get to have the information because you were shooting at it. So you've gained information that if you try and use ranged attacks on it right now, you will take damage while it's in its current polarity.
Okay.
You can see I've appended its name, -N. That means it's currently in the negative polarity. It is going to attempt to smash Gawain's face in, as it's already taken damage.
Final Fantasy VIII stuff.
It is ineffective as it leaps over.
I see your aim is as good as mine. We're evenly matched in our knowledge of the ability to dodge each other.
Party actions.
Condemn.
It's a construct. It can't understand you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I can't condemn it. Oh, damn it. That's like my one move. I think I'm just going to hit it with my stick. That's not a ranged attack.
And wind damage, it's damage.
Give a little bop on the nose.
Oh, summer!
By the gods!
What the heck?
That's an insane. That's
with the max damage. Yeah.
That is not damage I usually do.
Peleus is like, Est? No, I think you'll find this is called Terminus Est.
Where did Peleus get a 10 from?
Granny outfit increases.
Oh, yeah, the cloak gives
maximum double willpower because it's both rolls.
That's sick.
But you have done damage to the target. Like a significant amount of damage, all things considered. The Greyhound is going to use the linear driver on Silex.
Woo! That would have hurt.
That would hurt. Damn.
Good thing we deflected that. That's a 24 mod. That's disgusting. Was that the cannon on its back?
That is the cannon on the back. Also note,
unfortunately,
you're in an enclosed environment. Every time this weapon discharges, it fills a collapse clock by 1 segment, or 2 if it misses. So shooting at Silex and missing means that it has filled it by 2.
Sick. Thank you, Lag. That's dope.
Now I'm going to give you a reason to be scared about using Protect.
Okay.
Flink Silex actions.
Kill it now.
Do you guys think we can lure it out?
Well, if we lure it out of this cave, we'll just bring it into the other larger cave with the airship, where it will cause a collapse with the airship, which would be
possibly
even
shoot
worse.
at the and possibly shoot at your airship. Wonder where that debris came from.
I think we should deal with this right here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to try out my weapons, I guess. This is correct, right? Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, you
HR0.
missed, and you tried to poison a construct, but other than that, it was correct.
I mean, I do want to try both, so.
Nice. Okay. So you hit it with the Death of Fuda, doing light damage. But as it's in its negative polarity, you also take 10 bolt damage, as you've hit it with a ranged attack.
Hit me. Come on, hit me.
Where's that button for that? It's somewhere up here.
There it is.
Just manage it yourself, Flink. Just deal with it. You know how to take 10 damage.
I
Take
don't
10
suppose
damage.
that this is an attack that I can intercept. This is just a byproduct.
This is a byproduct. It is a energetic rejection of the attack on the Greyhound.
What was that?
The Greyhound is going to get its third turn, and it is going to use Overload.
Oh,
good job.
Thank God.
Silex, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to use Elemental Weapon on myself. We are going to change this to Earth. There we go. And then we should be able to click the attack and do Earth damage.
I can tell you that is a hit. You do effective damage. We enter round 2, party actions.
I kind of want to wait.
You want to wait? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll just go. Bam.
Solid hit, doing bolt damage. It is now in its positive status as you switch its elemental state, which means that it is no longer dealing revenge damage against ranged attacks. It is now dealing revenge damage against melee attacks. However, it will deliver the revenge damage against Gawain on this attack because it doesn't switch until after the damage hits. Does it make sense?
Okay.
So is this when I do bolt damage to it, it flips?
Yes.
Why did it flip? Okay.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Did I not? My bad. I should have pushed this to chat. Apologies.
Oh, it's all good.
It can switch as an action, but also it will trigger automatically whenever it takes any amount of bolt damage.
Well, we can control it now. I can cast again if we want to not do that, or I can. I have options.
So it is the Greyhound's turn. Flink, you're the next target of opportunity. You did damage to it.
Huh.
It attempts to crush you with its mauling claws and fails. Party actions.
I still want to save my thing.
Yeah, I can go. Sure. I have an intense turn planned.
Are you guarding?
Yeah, I'm looking for the button. There it is. I'm guarding.
Nice.
Beautiful.
This thing hurts. Help.
Flink guards. The Greyhound. Attempt to smash Peleus.
And that's a hit.
Yep.
I'm going to protect that. I cannot believe
Nice.
in 8 hits. That's insane.
You soak that attack. Peleus, Silex, actions.
I love the idea that Peleus is hard to hit. I don't know. It works. Like you just protect him, and Peleus usually has the best magic defense. Good
I'm
stuff.
going to immediately hit him off of that.
So he's in positive state. You will get revenge damage,
That's fine.
which is reduced by 5 due to your thing. So
Okay,
You're not
actually,
that
this
worried.
is good. Actually, yeah. If he's only going to take 5, we want to keep it this way.
Yeah.
cool.
So
You deal
like that.
26 damage effectively.
Fantastic.
You're actually pummeling this thing.
So Peleus, don't hit him.
I'm thinking about summoning something. I'm wondering which thing I should summon.
However, does shock damage, so you can control his polarity.
Well,
Wait, since this just happened, he missed with an 8. I do get a counterattack as well, since we're not like out of turn order.
all right.
I knew I needed to read this.
Oh, okay. Counterattack 8, that's an even, so you do get a counterattack, which is, I think, a 3 attack, high roll 0.
Yes. I miss anyway.
That is a miss, no output. Hey,
Next
Flink.
time.
Hey, Flink.
Oh, here we go again.
Really glad you're guarding. It'd be sad otherwise. One shot
he's
you
gonna
would be
miss.
depressing.
Oh, he does miss. Holy shit. So much damage.
You take 16 damage due to the fact that you're guarding, and the collapse meter fills by 1. Peleus, action.
I think I'm going to quick summon Kakapo.
Understandable. So you have quick summoned, and you are spending. You're just quick summoning and spending the 30 MP. Is that correct?
Yep. I think it's 20
Excellent.
MP when I quick summon.
Only if you take the reduced MP cost as well.
I will take the reduced MP cost.
Okay. Excellent. Fair, valid decision. All right. Next turn starts party actions.
all right. Currently, he's doing what we want him to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Currently, he is in positive. That means that it is melee attacks that get retribution.
So I guess I need to elemental weapon again.
Or I could go first.
I mean, I need to do it either way. If you want to go.
Doesn't matter really.
Don't you want to go like last to maintain?
Yeah, to maintain guard if possible. Yeah. If he hates me.
Yeah, you get what. Okay, you and I are on the same page. All right, I'll go. This is basically the last of my MP. I'm going to swap element to air, and we're gonna fire away. Yeah, there we go.
Nice, excellent. Okay, 19 hit deals 28 damage to the target. That is serious damage. That is Gawain's turn. It is now the Greyhound's turn. The Greyhound will be using Overload, which targets everything in the scene.
Okay, yep, that's the big one. That's the fun. That's the fun one.
Oh, I get it. Oh,
it's kind of low key. This was good. I would take this.
Yeah. I can block this for you, Flink, and then I can go.
I'm guarded. It's fine.
Yeah, but I can block it. It hit itself, so I won't take damage. And then I can hit it again and immediately get protect back.
It will change polarity right now. So yeah,
sure. It has changed to
end
polarity.
I still got hit by it.
Oh yeah, it'll change its own polarity. That's true.
No, you didn't.
That's the mechanic of it.
I didn't.
No, that's why your name is red.
You've had M defense. Yeah. Okay, so to clarify what happened, it overloaded everyone. It only hit itself and Flink. Flink has been protected, takes no damage. It will only take damage from itself. It takes that damage. It is not resistant to that damage, so it just takes that. And it has switched its element to N. N, it is now negative, which means that...
counters ranged attacks or whatever.
Yes, negative retributes against ranged attacks. Now
we can flip it back if we have Peleus go.
So now I want to...
Oh, actually, okay, that's smarter. You should go, then Peleus should go.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it. I should have all this element set up correctly. I should still be targeting you.
25 damage, no retribution.
Oh, yeah, retribution should have been on. Dang it.
No, it's off now.
I know.
The retribution. There's 2 retributions here. The Greyhound does an attribution. It has a retribution. So it's 3 extra damage.
It's 3 damage. Okay, there we go.
It is the Greyhound's turn. And Gawain. The Greyhound is going to leap back and attempt to shoot you with the linear driver.
That's a miss.
Whoosh.
It feels 2 segments of the thing, but it does no damage.
All right, let's pulse it. I think I should still take a bit of the damage in the meantime, but that's only 10 damage.
You don't get your retribution. It's not a ranged attack. It's a spirit thing.
Ah.
Yeah, we're cheating. It's good.
Sweet.
You're just hacking. That's what's happening. You're just hacking.
Cheating, same thing.
Wait, what?
What?
We missed it going into Crisis.
Yeah, it went into Crisis a bit ago.
What? I thought we weren't even halfway. Let's go.
Huh? Is it dead? I was hiding.
I used so much MP.
Absolutely.
It's okay. We really need a break anyway.
Vaporized it. Peleus using Kakapo's energy to circumvent its vault barricade and instead absolutely inverting it to shred the internal systems, pulling it to pieces.
I think I overloaded it.
It is out of combat and kind of mechanically twitching on the ground. Whatever animative forces were behind it are no longer trying to animate it. It is simply twitching.
What happened, guys? I was just looking away.
I overloaded the mainframe by reversing its polarity of the subtronic tech device thing.
Okay, yeah. What is the polarity?
I have no idea.
Ah, good. So we're
I think
So what was it guarding?
What's polarity?
I think that the Greyhound was probably left here by Dr. Carway at some point.
Guarding?
I don't know. The shield, the area.
Yeah, what's back there? I'm curious. Let's go find out.
So, is it like alive twitching, or is it just because there's too much electricity and the systems
It's because collectively you've put absolutely piles of bulk energy through it, and it clearly operates in some aspect on electricity.
Mm-hmm.
and you have put so much bolt damage into it, and it's put a significant amount of bolt damage into itself that it's whatever operates it is no longer functioning properly. It's just twitching in the way that fresh meat twitches when you put salt on it. Just random nervous system firing.
It is a taser that has tasered itself.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to. Can I try to draw the latent electricity out of it, like ground it, so it stops twitching?
You can, yeah. I would say that is just something that with your elemental ritualism that you are simply able to do. You don't even need to spend MP for it. It's just a case of giving it somewhere to ground that electricity out into.
I'm going to do that because I don't want this thing accidentally discharging that linear accelerator again and breaking the cave.
Absolutely.
All right, I was just going to walk around it.
You said you wanted to investigate what was behind it. As you look at the space behind it, it doesn't seem like there's actually much there. It was just a hiding place in as much shadow as possible. Elliot, stop falling through the floor.
What? Have I pressed something?
You moved off the bottom of the screen.
Oh, sorry.
It seems that it was just a place that was convenient to hide. In fact, Gawain, it makes you more, even further mentally align it with some kind of predatory large cat or something. Because that is the exact kind of place that a predatory large cat would lie in ambush.
Yeah.
All right, I go back to the little shrine here to read whatever the inscription was and then figure out what the shield is here.
You read the inscription and it is a simple verse. It reads, "Here lies Katria, a person who misses their sisters greatly, instead held guardian and now resting here, hoping to one day be returned to them."
Does anyone know who this is? Is Katria some significant figure from history?
I've never heard of a Katria.
Never heard of this person.
All right, what's the shield? I'm assuming this must have been theirs.
You pick up the shield and examine it. And as you do so, you're filled with, one, it has an inscription, a simple name on it, Katria. And you are filled with an understanding, kind of an immediate intuitive thing that a good and decent person using this may use an action to grant flight for the rest of a scene and may carry a willing individual with them. It is in other ways a good shield.
Gawain, you're using a shield, right?
Yes.
Just like a basic shield?
Yes. It does things, but they don't come up very often because it just doesn't.
I think you would be able to use this to fly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested. I mean, yes, it sounds very good. I am also very interested in the part where I could let Peleus fly if I needed to abscond with him.
I'm okay with this.
I'm gonna put Katria on Gawain's sheet.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I would also point out Peleus can already fly. They have Est.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, I can ride my stick.
I always forget that.
Another item that allows a person to fly using an action.
I forgot about that briefly because I was just imagining what the staff was, despite the fact that the staff is based on a flying staff.
I go back to the shrine. Does it look like there's space for a tomb, or is this just a shrine to the weapon?
There would definitely be space that a body could be entombed under here, certainly.
Okay.
It may be that an entombment may take a different shape than potentially a grave that you would be used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you are very far away and examining a very different culture to your own.
Yeah, this place is so strange. It almost sounds like that shield has a sister, or there are other weapons associated with this family that was separated.
Well, if that's the case, we should find them because this shield is bonkers. It gives +3 magic defense instead of +2. Let's go. Woo!
Awesome.
All the other stuff is cool too, but in this house, we love having.
We might have to ask
14.
about this with some people more knowledgeable about this place and its history.
We could make some local contacts. That'd be nice, but we're kind of.
I would also note that the general design sensibilities of Catria and Est are very similar. They seem to specifically have the same shape of various detailing and decoration.
Where did we get the S again?
Has it got the star and the wings on it?
It may have something to do with the name and the wings on it.
We got it in the wastes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you found Est on an undead entity that was begging for help in the wastes.
In like the hidden locked basement of a ruined building.
Right.
Yes.
Huh.
Very
Oh.
I don't suppose anything happens if you like put those together.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay. As
they
you
touch,
kind
does
of
anything happen?
press them together, there is a kind of a strained resonance. Where they touch, there is a slight glow of white light.
Hey, everyone pull out all your gear. See if any of your stuff does this.
No, by comparison, none of your other equipment does this. Also, Peleus, stop standing on going.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That means that we didn't like miss something.
Yeah.
I'm curious about, the knives that Flink's got. They keep popping up out of weird places and they do weird things.
I mean, that's just a Flink thing, Like,
Yeah, there's nothing weird about my knives and tools and pieces of paper inscribed with ancient runes that you can't read or understand.
I appreciate that you're like an artificer ninja. I get it. You steal magical objects and then use them against your enemies. It's very good.
Speaking of stealing magical objects, I would like to take some parts of this mechanical thing. If
what
possible.
are you doing trying to take it apart? I'm going to drag it out of here.
Yeah. If we're going to do that,
just take the whole thing? All right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
If we're going to with this, we're going to do it not inside a cave.
Nice.
Silex is just going to throw it on his back.
So you are going to quote unquote loot the entire Greyhound with no respect
I'm
for
sure
its.
Silas will have fun with this. Yeah.
To see this.
I am certain, 100% certain. So I'm going to add that to the sheet. Stolen mecha.
I like that Flink is trying to like unscrew pieces of it, and I just grab the tail and start dragging it away.
Just noticed that there's a genuine grave that has some significance. I was like, yeah, I'm not touching that. So let me look around for something else.
So it's like, I don't want to get cursed.
Yeah, not
He
again.
already has the cursed clock.
Yeah.
Is that Catria spelled with a K or a C?
The C.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
like
straight
the
out
Pegasus
wrote.
Knight.
I just wrote cat
almost
tree.
No. Very obviously, there will be a Cyrene at some point. Not Cyrene. That's the other one. Thank Pala. Yes, thank you.
Ooh, we're getting
Just
Pegasus
finding
next
patterns.
I'm not going to comment on anything, but like,
You shouldn't. But I mean,
the party is communing.
It's been 9 months since he found the last one, so
Yeah, it'll be another year. We might find something named Pala.
Maybe. Who knows? But okay. You take the Greyhound back to the ship, and I guess
can't wait to find a mask that's just named Marth in quotes for Flink.
Moth. Because it's slightly, because you got your bruised tongue while that happens. Nice, good.
It's actually Lucina, but in disguise. See, awakening vibes.
Good.
Oh, then I can't say as a friend.
I think the best part about this is like I'm trying to make gentle Fire Emblem references without actually knowing any Fire Emblem references.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
If you want to make another weapon that's got flying attached to it, it's Pala. That's the one you want.
Yeah. It's. I definitely haven't planned this like a year in advance.
Cool.
I feel like this place may or may not be important in the future, and we might want to mentally note that there is a shrine in the
I
smuggler's
mean, we're allowed to
path.
put a pin on the map if we want to. I will find a way to do it. Oh wow, you did it already. Wow, damn.
He's so fast. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
cave.
Look at him!
I'm a
Look at
GM.
him copy pasting
there's
over there.
buttons. I put the button. I do the thing. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I put the pin. I do the pin. It's almost like I plan this to make it easy for me to be able to put pins in the map.
Wow, brilliant. Creating a system that works for you. Wow.
I legit spent
Couldn't
a
be me.
weekend planning this to try and optimize the clearest, like, identifiable map and everything. There is
like
a
it.
reason why Broken Spine has that exact font color and it's slightly transparent.
Beautiful.
He's good at what he does.
But
yes,
okay.
he is.
You bring things back to the ship. You put the Greyhound in the hold, where it is an immense weight. I would say, Silex, you probably can't just haul the Greyhound out one-handed. You will probably need significant amount of assistance. It is almost maybe 2 tons of metal all in, which is terrifying given how much
I
force it can
figured
apply.
not carryable, just movable.
Yeah, you can drag it to a point where it's useful, tie it up, start pulling it, and so on and so forth. It's worthwhile. You manage to variously struggle to get this into the hold, but do eventually get it there. Where Silas's first response is, "Oh, this looks very much like that person's whose corpse you brought in here. The technology seems very similar. I wonder if it'll have a similar core inside of it." And we'll just immediately start just taking it apart. Various pseudo-organic ichors start spilling out within the hold.
I'm going to not be in the hold.
Silas does not seem perturbed by this.
We've been through this once. I can deal with this a little better than last time.
Exactly. Silas will work on this while you rest a bit. I presume you guys are resting a moment after that engagement.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that Silex is probably spending a little time just basking in the comfort of the crystals while he can before you have to head off proper.
Yeah. I am resting outside. I do like the air of the cave.
Wonderful.
Well, now that we're out of the dark, or we're emerging from the dark, I'm back on my shit. I gotta find my girlfriend. I mean, she's not my girlfriend, but she will be. I promise.
She will be. If you, if
she
you
will be. If I
Knight,
save her life,
if you
because
White
of
Knight
the
hard
implication,
enough,
she will be.
If you spend your entire life,
all I have to do is save her life, then she'll love me.
That worked so well the first time.
I'm simping so hard. So I'm back on my shit. I'm like, I'm looking around now that we're out.
All right, let's save Gawain's wife.
Okay. So you move on as quickly as you can. Silas is torn between wanting to do his engineering work to ensure the ship has, exactly the perfect amount of energy all the time, and also wanting to investigate the cool new robot that they can investigate. Obviously, they struggle to keep themselves away from the hold, and essentially, every time you go into a rest period, Silas is immediately in the hold, tearing that thing apart. By the time you get out of the cave, and Silas doesn't have to maintain constant concern about the state of the ship, it is in 8 different major pieces.
He lives in the hold now. He has a cot set up.
Pretty much. I mean, he's the kind of guy who would just fall asleep on anything that's remotely sleepable on, right?
Maybe like the leg of a metal tiger.
Leg of a metal tiger, a brand new couch, perhaps. As you move out into daylight after, like a day or two in this cave, you have this moment, variously, some of you less comforted, but definitely exhilarated by the sudden burst of daylight as you exit out of here and find yourself hovering just over a very wide waterway that's surprisingly fast flowing. There seems to be a lot of water moving through it. Not an unnaturally large amount or anything. It just seems that this is a waterway with an intense flow to it. Flink, if you're right, you're about midway between Kamenka and Raskol right now. A day's journey in each way, roughly. And you also imagine that this is quite a heavy shipping lane in general.
You guys want to hit the boosters or the jets or whatever? You guys want to go up?
Up? Are we going to Rascal?
No, I mean like up.
Away from the water.
So we can
Oh.
see which direction we want to go.
Yeah. I want to
So
go up.
you're saying we see a nice waterway with great current, yeah, and suggest to take off.
Well, I guess if we wanted to go the opposite way of the current, then we would have to do that. And also that I guess I was suggesting that if we got about as tall, if we went up and if we gained elevation, then we would be able to see both Kamenka and Rascal, and maybe I'm looking for an airship, right? Like the one can't be hiding. Not really.
No, but we are hiding. Wasn't that the whole point?
I guess. I just don't want to guess.
You can fly.
Cities.
You could take the look.
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
Take Peleus with you.
Oh my God, he's right.
Yeah. I'll fly. I'm just gonna fly up and look around.
Yeah.
Take Peleus with you.
No. If Peleus comes with me, I won't be able to focus.
Yeah, I could just take my stick up and fly up there anyway.
Just for safety.
That's true. Safety.
But I'm not going to.
Dude.
Need a buddy now? Damn.
As you will the shield into not quite subservience, but to action, you feel a kind of willful guardianship over yourself as you kind of rest on the shield and it starts to bring you upwards.
Lame. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna try and stand on it.
You believe that the shield will actively try to prevent you from falling.
Hell yeah. I will definitely try and stand on it then.
That doesn't mean that you have like complete immunity to falling. Just that you could probably stand to be quite aggressive in your maneuvering if you tried.
Nice. I will not hang upside down like a clown.
That might be less than safe.
Right. I I'm sure I could hook my feet in where
Sure.
I'm about to go to work on this ancient shield. Let me make a couple quick modifications to this piece of art. Did you just staple a sit-up like a leg hook thing? Yup.
I don't know if you should just be like that could be 1,000 years old. I don't care. It's lasted 1,000 years. It lost 1,000 more, right? Just put some bolts through it.
So yeah. Anyway. Do I see anything interesting, or are we just gonna have to guess? If we have to guess, it's fine. But
no, sorry. I just need to take a moment to point out that incredible, beautiful. I appreciate that. Honestly, I appreciate that. I also hope that for myself. I hope that.
Yeah, honestly, we all deserve to be able to trust.
Okay. You fly up. Obviously, you have weather and angles and height and clouds and so on to contend with. You know what? I will say, I think there is a risk of conspicuousness here because you are over a heavy shipping lane, and seeing somebody in a heavy shipping lane suddenly launch into the sky is a bit weird. So I think rolling a stealth check, maybe something like Dex plus Insight, and if you let's say it's difficulty 10, and if you fail it, we'll add 1 conspicuousness. I feel like that's reasonable to represent the potential rumors that may around from like there's some weird. Okay, that isn't great.
Yeah.
Can I re-roll that?
You absolutely can.
Not allowed. Sick.
It's a good thing that we didn't send Peleus.
Yeah.
Like these are good stats for me. That's the saddest part.
Yeah, I know. Okay, 14.
We're rolling D10s here, baby.
You do not invite conspicuousness from your flight upwards. You deliberately, take a moment, time it. You use what cloud cover you can to make sure you got the maximum avoidance from people observing you while you make your observation.
I say, caw, 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 so people think I'm a bird.
Yeah, and you don't hang around too long either. So you look northwards. Kamenka is quite a far distance away north, but due to your height, you can see some elements of it. The shipping is clearly directing towards that. The most important thing that you see about Kamenka is that it seems to be almost entirely built into the mountainside. Like you can see the artifacts of life going like halfway up the mountain, almost as if someone has carved into the mountain and created stairways up in various parts. There's, small amounts of smoke, lights, and similar quite far up. To the south, you see what is clearly a heavily militarized location. There are multiple airships hanging around above it, and there is a kind of island which has what looks like artificial walls all the way around it, like slap bang in the middle of the waterway. This is probably why these smugglers' caves are so important to a lot of navigation here, because trying to smuggle past that would be quite difficult without these if you were looking suspicious. As far as the surrounding area, once you get up high enough, you can see a couple traversal points over the broken spine where some airships are traveling through. You imagine that they're kind of the expensive priority goods that are traveling to Kamenka. And you note that there is a dark purple airship clearly in the alloys of the eastern continent, navigating around to the east wood fringe of Rascal. With how dense it looks like a militarized vessel.
There's stuff patrolling Rascal, and then there's this sort of behaving differently.
Yeah, it seems to be traveling deliberately towards the eastern fringe of Rascal. Whether it's going out on a mission or whatever, you're unsure.
I think I'll probably relay that to Flink. My general impression is that if we go south, we're putting ourselves in needless danger. If we go north, we might find answers to the questions we have or get closer to them.
So
I think that if we go east, we might find what we are actually looking for.
So here's the triple crux of the problem, right? Kamenka is the central city from whence power is distributed. It is the place you're least likely to run into direct military issues, but it's also the place least likely to have people talking about the rumors about what the military are searching for. Rascal, being a military city, is going to have a lot of people communicating with the military just because, drunk soldiers and whatnot and drunk airmen. So it's absolutely going to be the best place to pick up fresh rumors about what to search for. But obviously, it's a military city, which means that there's a much higher chance of people being interested in your vessel. You've managed to avoid almost all conspicuousness by traveling through those smugglers' caves. And if you're coming from up north from Kamenka, that's going to apply some amount of security, because no smuggler would go through the smugglers' caves and then travel south to Rascal when they could be traveling north to Kamenka to trade their valuable goods.
Right.
So there's an amount of security you get there. However, Rascal is dangerous. Traveling east and maybe pursuing that airship might get what you want if that airship happens to be pursuing what you want as well. But it could also just be blind luck, and they could just be going east for some other arbitrary thing. You don't know much about anything further east of here.
I'm banking that the only reason they would send out that much power with intent is what we're looking for.
He knows his girl. He knows she demands that much attention.
Well, we know that they got into a fight, or we think they did. Yeah, man. It'd be like if someone attacked us. I would like to think we'd merit that amount of,
Yeah, we as the players know that she was attacked by one of the ships. We as characters think that it's likely because she wouldn't have asked for help otherwise, but we don't actually know.
Right. My point is,
there is the issue that flying by the air, if you want to travel east over land,
suddenly
that's
draws attention
going to be very conspicuous. Like if they're looking for a Telguard ship and you're trailing a military vessel, they're just going to be like, it's a Telguard ship. Let's go get that.
If we go east, that means we're our best case scenario is quick combat and bailing, like all the way back home and possibly going to jail.
We could just come up with a cover story.
What you want to? What? Okay, and go south. I guess what I'm saying is, if what we're looking for is to the east, we are going to have to do this eventually.
Yeah.
All right, I will agree with you, but I also sort of feel like the more information we can get, the better. And if we just lie about who we are and why we're there, I mean, there's more than one person that comes from Telgard.
All right, I'll go with it. Let's travel via boat.
Yeah.
Okay. So the plan is Rascal by boat to Rascal, and then eventually
To the southeast by way of Rascal. Yeah, maybe we
Excellent.
stop. We do like a pub check kind of thing.
Excellent. Okay.
But in and out, 20-minute adventure, guys. Like,
I'm sure it will be. That is
Pelias
the
short
direction we
leash.
wanted.
Yeah.
Rakshapur was the trial run. This is real now.
Here's my cover story, guys. We are searching for my future wife. That's the reason why I have to
God.
stay quiet.
What?
Oh no.
And everybody else does the talking for me. But I am a foppish fool.
Are we open to any suggestions, or is this locked in?
I mean, it could be a cultural thing for Fenrir that they are not allowed to talk when they are proposed to somebody
guys,
until they are married.
If we want to try and get Pelias a late or whatever, we can do that, but maybe not right now.
I was only suggesting it as a thing to tell people if they ask why we're
Cover
here.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Can we come up
actually
with a
suggesting
more
that.
inconspicuous cover story, please?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to.
Well, what are you guys
guide
here
us to.
for? We're filming a reality TV show about a rich, noble dog person looking to find their mate in life.
You're right. A Fenrir probably would stick out if people knew what they were looking for.
Maybe you shouldn't be like trying to tell everyone that you're like a secret arcanist when this entire continent seems to be doing some incredibly suspicious stuff with anything spiritual energy wise.
Maybe I should get some sort of disguise and dress up like something that isn't a Fenrir while we're in disguise.
I don't think it's that hard.
Dye your hair.
Yeah.
You could dye your hair. You could have a hood. A hood alone might do some good work.
My lived experience is that if you put on a brown cape, you're good.
Yeah, I will stay on the boat. You guys go into town, get me a brown cape and some hair stuff, and I will become a ginger cat. I mean, obviously, I'm not a ginger cat. I'm way too intelligent and good looking.
I'm going to go get Barbara. Hey, you want to help me pick out a hair dye for Pelias?
Yeah, she sheds enough.
Nothing would make me happier.
Hey, come on. Hey, Pelias, you stay here. Do Barbara's job.
All right.
Incredible. Okay, so
What could possibly go wrong?
the vessel will, as you say, land in the water and start traversing south. It is much harder to tell that it's a Telgard vessel from down here, and you will traverse your way to Rascal. As you do so, the day or so journey that it takes, accelerated by the currents that you're benefiting from, you pass a number of shipping vessels of various kinds. A lot of them seem to be, trade goods and whatnot. There are a number of airships that run overhead, and there's even a couple of the military vessels that run overhead. But you notice a distinct difference between the military vessel, Gawain, that you glanced, that you saw a little bit of heading east, and the ones going overhead. The ones going overhead seem relatively openly constructed, more similar to Telgard ship designs, where there is a certain lightness designed to them. They have a density of structure and elements, but there is a certain openness to the overall structure, whereas the thing you saw heading east was just incredibly dense looking. It seemed like there was very little of the spaces open to the air, for example. As you head south to Rascal, you are essentially pushed into a shipping lane. You can tell that there's a kind of flow of traffic here with the amount of vessels going back and forth, and you can tell you're kind of pushed into a shipping lane by the simple flow of traffic. And it is clear that if you want to dock at Rascal, there is a very obvious locale where you're meant to dock at if you are not a military vessel, and then there is the military dock that it looks far more hostile and imposing and has cannons around it. The military dock has a number of those purple armored vessels, except they are they're clearly waterborne vessels, as opposed to the airship dock in the center of Rascal itself. Do you attempt to dock and move into this dock, the civilian dock, as it were, at Rascal?
Captain?
Yeah, there shouldn't be any harm, right? We are just normal people.
What documentation do you have?
I guess right.
We would have some.
You
we
absolutely have documentation. You have Telguard documentation.
I don't know that we're on a list here yet, is the thing. Right? Like, they don't have the internet.
They don't have the internet. However, you know that this is a centralized military position, and you know that they've been searching for a Telguard vessel. That might get you some harassment.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is they don't know the name of our ship yet.
No, absolutely not.
We've gotten here as fast as anyone from there could have gotten here, roughly.
Fair.
Okay.
My point is, however, if they are literally just looking for any Telguard ship, your documentation says you're from Telguard.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I just meant they're not looking for, like, the Hammer Cop, at least.
No, it's unlikely
This will
increase
conspicuousness, but we knew that was going to happen when we came here.
Of course, you could try and fake some documentation, but that obviously leads to success.
That sounds like a much worse idea.
That's on Flink, and up to his judgment as to whether or not it will pass
work.
inspection.
Yeah, fair. You're right. Defer to Flink.
Fake
I
documentation.
don't think that is my profession.
Very high risk. That's basically either you get away with no conspicuousness or you add significant conspicuousness. Whereas just visiting here will add just a bit of conspicuous, probably 1 or 2 segments, depending on how you negotiate your way in.
I think that's the way to go. Like, worst case, they will look through the ship?
They could potentially search the ship and find out that you have a Greyhound on it. That's a risk.
Yeah, but the Greyhound has been taken into several pieces by now by
It's been stashed in pieces around the ship. That'll be even better when they find it.
And moreover than that, they've been told to find a Telguard ship. They've not been told to find a Telguard ship carrying a Greyhound.
Layers of conspicuousness. General rule of thumb, don't commit more than 1 crime at a time. You are committing at least 2 right now, according to them.
Though? Is it a crime to have a Greyhound?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's also a crime to be from Telguard.
In that military hardware owner's country,
I did
into their base of operations, yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'd say that's a far greater crime than being from Telguard.
Yes. Well, it might not be a greater time. Our crime isn't that we're from Telguard. The thing about being from Telguard is that Minerva's ship probably did some sus here, and now they're looking for her. And also the fact that eventually they'll be looking for the people who fled Telguard going east after a prison break from a guy who they think murdered their prince.
As long as we disguise the fact that I'm a Fenrir, I don't think anybody else is too noticeable.
Wow. Okay.
There's absolutely nothing noticeable about our crew.
Nothing at all.
I'm just saying that you've got like a slight third person ninja pirate and Buff Daddy over here, but we are essentially just normal guys.
Just 4 totally normal
just 4
dudes.
guys, and we're having a good time.
There's actually a rug and sofa ban. You're not importing any rugs or sofas, I hope.
We're not importing them. We don't plan to distribute them. We're just there for our personal use here on this ship.
Hey, where'd you get these like rugs and sofas from nobility? Oh, what's this military equipment doing in your vessel? You would have to be pirates, would you?
It's when they turn around and say, "Hey, that looks like my sofa from home."
Kleptomaniacs, not pirates. Okay. It's a difference, a very crucial difference.
Going back to this very real question, though, what if they search the ship? We do.
The answer to what if they search the ship is we need to be gone before this happens.
That might be the first thing that happens.
If they won't let us dock without them searching,
then we'll just go.
What are our choices? We have to leave.
Or, okay, you're right. There's no way to There's no way to
the inspection
There's no way to
crew?
stealthily drive. Well, I was gonna say, or I just put this Greyhound in the river, we sink it, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it into the river without anyone noticing. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're like in a heavy shipping lane. There are like, there's a ship in front of you, there's a ship behind you, there's 3 ships going the other way. Like, you throw that overboard and you're gonna have like several people just staring at you like, what the frick are they doing?
Who's that?
yeah,
Just say the
you
framing goes.
You can't throw your drugs overboard at the checkpoint. They got the window.
No, you can't.
They take those.
So like by coming here, we had 2 choices. It was get in and get out without getting noticed, or getting noticed and going over the mountains anyway. We knew this.
All right, let's
Okay.
try.
So,
We cross our fingers.
So
We
my
hope no
understanding-
inspection.
just want to clarify where we're at. We're not like lying about documentation. We are going through the checkpoint and we're basically going, we're going to dock and then hope they don't give us hell for it. And if they give us hell for it, we're going to run away. Is that
Yep.
basic summary?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have much more of a plan.
Maybe we beat some people up. Just
We
for
can
good measure.
apologize and leave.
Apologize. They'll be shooting at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't
You
mean to
can
say we can't
apologize while they're
apologize while they're shooting at us.
They don't know we're an airship. We're coming in through the normal shipping lane. If we just suddenly pop out and run away, we have like a moment of reprieve before they cut the defense on us.
Nice.
I will know
Nice.
that we are
Okay.
an airship if they search for the ship.
Correct. Again, we need to hope that doesn't happen.
But on the plus side, if we do get in, we're more likely to find maneuver.
It's very true. If they do an exhaustive search of the ship, they will definitely work out that you are an airship. They will almost certainly work out that the Greyhound is it.
Okay, are we leaving the moment that they are saying we need to search the ship? Or are we beating them up first and then leaving? Because there's the risk of them leading us into a position where they nail us down
Yeah.
after the checkpoint. Like they're letting us into a specific place with
Can't
higher
search the ship
security.
if you're falling at terminal velocity. Yeah, we might
Yeah.
just have to pop up immediately. We can't risk being pulled into.
I love the idea. I love the idea of just being like of hitting the up button and then like kicking the guy off the ship.
Yeah, okay. So we instruct the crew, be ready, and when we scream go, we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll into the shipping lane, and this is a little bit different to Rakshapa, where you had a pilot roll up to you. There seems to be like a very clear flow of where you're meant to go. The dock is arranged such that there's almost a deliberate slowed waterway kind of constructed via various mechanisms of stoneworks and similar to slow the water on the way in so that you can move to the dock. Essentially a harbor specifically designed around this high current of water so that ships that aren't docking can actually just kind of shoot on by if they need to. Ships that are docking can just move into the flow lane of the dock. As you start like moving down this docking line, there is a tower with a set of semaphore flags as you pass it. They seem to be switching out for each ship based on where they want the ship to go. Flink, you're experienced enough in this kind of stuff that you can just about read the semaphore. You're fairly certain you can work out where they want to go, but I'm going to need you to roll me an int plus int check to make sure that you're not making any mistakes and not being hesitant about it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
going to be a difficulty
that
10.
sounds like a great place to do a mistake and not re-roll.
And I'll give you +2 because of your general competency in navigating these kind of locales.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
Well, no re-rolling is possible here, right?
I checked. As far as I can tell, you cannot re-roll a fumble. So first of all,
Nice.
you gain a Fabula point.
Hell yeah. Here we go.
Boys, we're cooked.
You are 100% certain about where you need to go. You see those flags up and you're like, yep, they want me to go to that nice empty dock on the left side. There's no problem here. I feel very confident about this. You know, I'm seeing the left indicating flag. I'm seeing the third bay indicating flag. There's an empty third bay on the left. I mean, it's a string of empty bays, but they probably have an arrangement of ships before me. So I'm going to make that. You slide into there. And then as you do slide into there and you start moving up to the dock, there's just a number of faces that turn to you on the dock and just look confused.
Well, that's okay for me. I'm very confident we are in the right place.
Yeah, no, you're definitely in the right place. There's a number of people, they look confused at you, but they do start doing the shore crew thing of lashing your boat to the locale, as they should be doing, right? Like, this is an expected behavior. The shore crew lash a boat up, and then you would presumably engage with, inspectors and so on once you're lashed to the dock. As you're sitting here, you notice that the vessel slotting in behind you is one of those vessels with very dark purple alloy plates on it that has thus far indicated one of their military-aligned vessels. They seem very relaxed about how they're sliding, as if they expect to be docking here, that this is completely normal for them. And they just slot in right behind you, and the crew on deck can see that the person talking with the dockside crew is talking quite passionately to the dockside crew and then gesturing to the ship and making gestures of confusion. And they seem to be having quite the serious discussion. And that is where I think we'll end session.
It's okay. No, this is just a basic misunderstanding. They weren't supposed to park here. They're supposed to be at the other dock.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what they are so passionate about.
Well, he's wrong. He's wrong, but he's the guy with guns, so he's gonna be all baby mad about it. And it's up to the normal citizen to calm him the fuck down and be like, dude, you just want to go over there. It's not a big deal.
Absolutely. And since we have ended session, let's quickly run through XP. I feel that 8 XP feels like a pretty good amount. We got a lot of stuff done. I feel like you guys enjoyed it. There was that really cute moment with Silex and Pelias. That was very good. I like that personally.
Yeah.
Very, very good for that.
I'm glad that I was able to make that happen.
So that should bring you to 10 XP,
exactly.
18. Yeah, exactly. So you'll be at level 18, 0 XP, which means Pelias can start buying Entropist levels if they want.
Yes! That means I get to start dispelling people.
More lore master levels. More MP.
More lore master.
I actually have a decision to make, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
What are your choices?
I'm either taking +1 to hit, or I am taking a Fury level.
I mean, I would not stop
Fury
until I had
HP.
all the plus to hit that I could get.
Yeah.
But more HP, though, which means more Crisis.
And Crisis benefiting abilities.
Yeah, Crisis benefits. Yeah, no, the Fury benefits seem obvious. I'm just saying
but hit good, yes.
Yeah, hit rate good.
Okay. I think, all right, we've got XP, I'll put questions up later. Anything I might be forgetting before we find someone to raid out to?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to be the people. Okay, first of all, Fried Jam is streaming Bravely Default. We love that. If you like Fabula Ultima, you're going to like that. Sidewinder is streaming Advance Wars. Love that. Kron, not streaming anything, but wishes he could. Summer does art and makes horny references from time to time. That's basically what she good. We love her too. Follow all of them, even if they're not streaming, because they might stream one day and you'll like that. Aside from that, I think we're out, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone.
Yep.
Bye-bye, strangers.
Bye.
Bye.